going over the rules here before we get started here. Just a couple minutes away from streaming this live stream. So Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth tonight, flying solo. Got Eric Anderson running action tracker. Got Stacy and Little Brian in the box. Going to be rotating once every hour. And some new faces here to the stream this evening. Got seat 1, Boyd last week was going under Baboon, changed his name to Boyd. Going to be in the 1 seat. Vito in the 2 seat for $1,500. The only one not buying in for the full 2K. Got in the 3 seat, I got JP making his back-to-back live stream appearance here at Poker House Dallas. JL. In the 5 seat, J-Ma putting this lineup together for you guys tonight. In the 6 seat, got Aaron making his live stream debut here at Poker House in seat 7. Mr. Rick Alvarado in the 8 seat. And Gary, again, going to be first time playing here at Poker House Dallas. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Again, Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth, flying solo tonight. So, see a number of our regular players, regular chat pros in the chat. Got Cup, got Rena, got Miss Tammy Venny. Thanks for tuning in this Thursday for this 5-5-10 PLO again. Again, that's me in the background getting things squared away. Before we get going, again, a couple minutes away. It's going to be a stream from 6 to 10 p.m. So this we can have a nice little lineup again. Tomorrow's going to be our 5-10-25 match to stack live stream. Saturday is going to be our 5-5-10 match to stack live stream as well. Before we get started, let's talk about a couple things here. If you are any one of these and fall in these categories, first responder, police officer, firefighters, or a veteran, you don't pay for your membership here at Poker House Dallas. We recognize what you have done for the community. And so all you have to do is pay your hourly fee here. But again, free membership on a daily, monthly, annual basis. Just let them know that you are one of those 4 categories. All right. So free membership again. Also, if you are in this industry, and I want to say industry, not necessarily poker, but in the gaming industry at anywhere, Choctaw, across the nation, coming in to visit. If you're part of one of the local card rooms, Shuffle, TCH, Peaks, as an appreciation for what you do in the poker community across the nation, across the gaming industry, you receive a half off your hourly rate. Again, just bring like a pay stub or an ID that's showing that you work in the specific industry, and we'll give you half off your time here. Again, our hourly rates are $13 an hour normally. You can buy 5 for $55 for $11 or 20 hours for $200 to get that down to $10 an hour. So as a way to show appreciation for those in the gaming industry, we give you half off here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live. And I believe we're going to get this game started off with a 5-card PLO bomb pod. I'm not 100% positive. Generally, we start off the streams with a flip. They have opted to do something a little different. I know it's going to be 5-card. I'm not sure whether or not we will be doing a flip or not. So we'll see. You got Stacy in the box again. Going to be rotating out with Little Brian dealing PLO. Got Eric Anderson, if you see right there with the headset on. Running action tracker tonight outside. Again, me, Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth. Flying solo PLO. Tough one to run solo here in the booth. Couldn't get anybody in the booth tonight, but going to go ahead and just run it myself. Hopefully do a decent job for you viewers in the chat. So again, thank you for tuning in this Friday evening. Again, tomorrow from 6 to 10 p.m., 5-10-25 match to stack. Let's take a look as they get this situated. So this is a round of betting, 5-5-10. There is an optional straddle and blind raises. So let's get over to the action. So I had a few viewers join this chat. This is a PLO 5510 Master Stack live stream, but starting it off with a 5 card. So mixing it up a little bit, you know, give the players a little autonomy in terms of how they want to run this game. I do not believe this is a split pot, though. Split pot game. I believe it's just 5 card Omaha High. If you're a male stripper cup, I'll give you a discount. Here we go here. 6-8 deuce board, 2 hearts. JL with 2 hearts. Rick with better hearts. Also has 3 jacks in his hand. JL flopping middle set. Going to make it 50 here after it's checked him. Or make it 75 after it's checked him all the way on the button. Middle set. Look for Rick to continue here with the second nut flush draw. Ben's not okay. Ben's card's not reading currently. Again, some of these players making their live stream debut here at Poker House. Got Vito in the 2 seat, Ben in the 4 seat, Aaron in the 7 seat, and Gary in the 9 seat. They're all making their live stream debut here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live. All right, currently the best hand going into the turn. 3 of clubs. JL gonna make a bet here and gonna get Rick to fold with middle set. JL picking up the first pot of this evening. Again, this is a 5 card Omaha hand for the first hand. Gonna be switching over to 4 card now. Alice Acuna in the chat. Good to see you, Alice. Poker Monkey, I'll give him mail escort. Discounted right here. Again, Stacy in the box going to be rotating out with Little Brian here. On the hour, every hour, for the next 4 hours. Eric in the background running action tracker, and myself, Eddie the Asian Sensation, in the booth, flying solo for this PLO live stream this Thursday. I know there's going to be a special announcement from the 9 seat. So once it gets to hand 4, I'm going to shut it down here in the booth. Going to turn up the table mic when it's his turn to act. Wanted to do a little shout out here for a special family member. So again, for those of you in the chat that are interested in playing any of our live streams, we have all different stakes that we run here at Poker House. Regards to our live streams, stakes, capped games. 2 spade, aces board. No one with an ace in their hand. Rick flopping a queen's full. J Maldo flopping the nut flush draw with king 7 of spades in his hand. Now with Rick flopping a boat here, you know, he does have to be careful because J-Mal could have a hand. Well, now with that ace of diamonds coming on the river, it's going to be tough for someone to have aces full. With Rick having pocket queens. And Rick checks the river, was going to go into check call mode there. One of the players saying that they had an ace in their hand pre-flop, but I guess with the remaining cards that he had in his hand, didn't want to call. So Alice, we're doing a few things here, just kind of testing out what games are going to run in terms of competing with other live streams, not just in the state but across the nation. 1-2 is normally our Monday stream. Not this coming up Monday. We're going to run our regular 1-2 500 cap, which is the regular game that we run here on the floor, standard game that we get multiple tables on. The following Monday, we'll be making an announcement probably at some point this weekend, but going to step up the stakes on the following Monday. That game is going to be more than likely 25-50 with a 50 big blind alley. Working on the lineup for that. Again, Thursday is kind of like our filler day. Do a different sleeve PLO, round of each. Maybe a bigger stakes at some point in the future. Friday is our staple 5, 10, 25 live stream. And then Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. I'm going to be your 5, 5, 10 live stream as well. So, Alice, I don't know if you're on social media, if you're on Facebook or not. I'm only on Facebook, so if you want to play Monday stream, I'll lock you up a seat. So for some reason, the cards are not showing up the specific hand, so I think Eric's working on it on his end. Hope everybody in the DFW area is in a safe and secure spot. Apparently, I slept in this morning, got multiple texts about the live stream tonight and playing because there's apparently a big storm out west, or sorry, out east that's maybe moving this way. So hope everyone's all tied in, squared away, safe. All right, let's see what we got going on here. There's an issue hand on this specific hand. Hand 2, hand 3 here. Arena Labs, Streamlabs is now on a 10-minute delay, Rena. Apparently, there was too many degen gamblers, and as we've picked up a number of viewers for our stream, a lot of people are trying to gamble every chance they get. So we put on, I believe, a 10-minute delay, not necessarily a delay, but just a little timer to where people can't just consistently and degenerately gamble. All right, hopefully things square up again. It looks like we're heading into hand 3. Again, Stacy in the box starting the stream off. All right, looks squared away now. Again, Vito making his live stream debut here at Poker House for this PLO live stream. And the 5-5-10 down to 3 blind game tonight, allowing only 1 straddle under the gun, but after that, players can blind raise and then +1 going forward. So, a lot of reasonable hands this hand. We go 5 ways to the flop. Hand number 3, 8 deuce 4 board. Jail with the most equity flop, and again, middle set here. About 45% pot here with middle set. Very uncoordinated board in the sense of no significant draws, flush draws, some straight draws out there. J-Mal going to make the call with kings, going to float with an overpair, see what jail does. 9 of spades. Badoogie board now on this turn. And JL with the best hand here with set of 4s on an 8-9 4 deuce board. Badoogie board going to take down this pot after barreling the turn. What up, Mr. Hayden Fortini? Hope things are going well at home. Came up with a new thumbnail. I'm going to bring it up here shortly. In between the hands. We've been getting a lot of requests to play this game, and I know Kim is kind of taking a little break from live streams a little bit. Has in the past traditionally helped put these live streams together for the PLO games. Kind of taking a little hiatus on that, and J-Ma in the 7th seat, or 6th seat rather, kind of reached out to me and said, hey, I would love to put a stream together for you guys. Would love to play PLO on a live stream. Can we put one together if I can get the lineup together? I said, for sure, 100%. So Some pretty neat announcements that were made over the past few days here at Poker House Dallas. For those of you that were not here last night, Katie's game, $100 buy-in had. There it goes right there. There's the happy birthday from Mr. Gary in the night seat, asking everybody to join in, saying happy birthday to Leonora. Happy birthday, Leonora, in the chat. I hope you have a good birthday. I believe you're turning 14 years old, so thank you, Gary, for that. He helped arrange that, put that together. So well wishes, best wishes to Leonora listening in the chat. Happy birthday. Vito in the big blind going to make it 80. Pocket queens, king high, diamonds. Single suited though. Gary with pocket kings himself. 8, 5 ace board, 2 clubs. The only player with a flush draw board, but only with 10 high. He's going to check the JL. He's going to be aggressive with a specific hand with 2 pair. Has an ace, also some backdoor equity, backdoor spades. Gonna make it 250 into a pot of about 350. Gonna get some calls here. Both Gary on the button, Boyd out of the small blind, gonna make the call. 6 of spades, bringing in that backdoor flush I was talking about with JL. Turns a combo draw after flopping 2 pair. Turning the nut flush draw. Now hands like 7-9, 7-4 get there. Be tough for those players to have those type of combos based off pre-flop action. JL gonna double barrel, he'll 585 into a pot of about 1100. So slightly over about half pot here with his turning after his turn combo draw. Gary gonna have to make the laydown, not enough equity. Boyd probably gonna make the fold here. Oh no, he turns 2 pair. He's got some boat outs with also a flush draw. Gonna make the call. And JL with the better 2 pair with aces and 5s. With a draw to the nut spade draw going into the river. 7 of hearts. Now actually gives JL a straight. But the bottom end of the straight. 9-10's better there. It's gonna make go all in on the river here. Boyd knowing that he misses, is gonna have to lay down. 2 pairs probably never good in this spot. Sets beat you, even though you're blocking sets. See what Boyd's gonna do if he's just gonna lay this down. It's gonna cost him the remaining portion of his stack to make the call. And JL taking being very aggressive on this live stream. So again, it's early on, just hand number 4. Alice, got your text. I will respond when I'm not in the booth alone. Running production, commentating, managing the live stream chat. Boyd's still considering making this call. And on that run out, even though there are a number of draws that get their hand like 19. Yeah, he's got a good fold there, even though him having a 10 here is theoretically blocking straights. But again, with it being 4-card game, you know, only having one of those types of blockers aren't as effective as if you hold them when you only have 2 cards. So again, in the past, talked about conceptually the theory about blockers in PLO relative to hold'em. All right, let's pull up this. Gonna pull this up over here real quick in between hands. This is the new thumbnail we're trying out. We're trying out different thumbnails. Again, Danny Marks tomorrow, OFC, Habib. So Friday Night Poker 5-10-25 match to stack here at Poker House Dallas. I was trying to convert this to a image, but didn't get a chance to last minute. So going to be a fun little action-packed lineup again for tomorrow. Picking up action here, hand 5. J-Mal with pocket aces, single suited. 2-pair in his hand. Going to make it 80. Oh, I think everybody's phones are going off in the box for that big thunderstorm coming in from the east. So everybody, again, hope you're having a good evening, safe and secure for this Thursday night PLO. Let's stay indoors tonight, get some PLO action. Eight, 5, 7 board double suited. I mean, clubs. No one with 2 clubs. Boyd actually flopping the nut straight. Gonna bet pot here on the button after a check to him by both J-Ma and JL. JL was the under the gun straddle this hand again, only allowing single straddles in for this evening. JL with the Badoogie hand gonna fold here. J-Ma with just, yeah, backdoor diamond draw, not much with anything else. And again with the Boyd, potting it there on river, pretty much letting the table know that he has a hand like 6-9 in his hand. Takes the pot down, picks a little small pot here. Getting some new faces here to the PLO stream this Thursday night here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live. Got Vito in the 2 seat. Ben in the 4 seat, Aaron in the 7 seat, and Gary, after shouting out to Leonora happy birthday, in the 9 seat. Picking up action here, hand 6. Gary gonna raise with ace, queen, 10-9. Single suited to the queen. Has a little wrap with the queen, 10-9 here. Boyd in the cutoff, gonna make the call as well. Ace, king, 7 suit. Single suited to the ace with the ace diamonds. JL in the third line, gonna make the call. J-Ma under the gun straddle, gonna defend his straddle. Ace 4-9 board, 2 clubs. Both Gary and J-Ma with clubs. Gary with the best of it. The king of clubs held by Boyd here, blocking nut flush draw. Gary here flopping 2 top and bottom pair with a redraw to the queen high flush draw. Gonna make a nice little hefty bet there on the flop. Gonna get the remaining players to fold. Gonna pick up that pot. Congratulations, Gary. Taking down your first pot here at Poker House Dallas. So for those of you that are going to be available for tomorrow night, 6 to 10 p.m. here at Poker House Dallas, Friday night, 5-10-25 match to stack. And if I'm correct, based off some of the text messages I've got in terms of confirmations, going to be having a few new players play our live stream here as we've been getting requests to play our streams. Been picking up in popularity, subscriber, ship, I don't even know if that's even a word. Increasing pretty much every stream here. We've got RV Phil, Moneymaker, German Moneymaker, got Danny Marks, Carlos Cortez, OFC, DW coming back. Got Habib, and I believe, I don't want to announce it yet, but going to confirm their availability tomorrow. But 5 ways to this flop. Jack, Jack, Ace of Diamonds board. No one with a Jack. J-Ma with King Queen here, flopping a gutter to Broadway. JP gonna take the aggressive route here with 2 pair aces and jacks with the paired board on the jacks with a king kicker. So kind of a feeler bet to see if anybody had potentially had a jack there. Someone did have a jack, they would have called him. JP probably would have slowed down on the turn. Picking up action here, hand 8. Straddle's on now. I don't know if it's a mandatory straddle or optional. When we went through the rules, we made it announce that it was an optional straddle, so do me a favor if you're in the chat. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Smash that like button. Aaron here going to make it 165. Double suited spades, clubs, a little bit of a wrap with the King Jack 10. Boy, going to make the call with 9865. A little bit of a wrap himself, single suited to the clubs, but Aaron with better clubs. 9-5-10 board, 2 spades. Only spades out there, Aaron, but Vito with the ace of spades blocking nut flush draws. Aaron specifically with the best equity here. And a little bit of a combo draw, flopping jack high flush draw. Some backdoor straight draws as well. Gonna bet big here on this flop. Gonna bet $500. Boyd gonna make the call. 3 of spades. Aaron pretty much with the check mark here after turning jack high spades. Oh, it's going to get all in here on hand 8 between Boyd and Aaron. Board does pair on the river with a 3 of diamonds, but no one else with a pocket pair. Aaron going to pick this pot up with the jack high flush. Nice little hot start for Aaron, again making his Poker House live stream debut. Again, a little light here in the room. I think some of these players concerned about this weather. I know a lot of people driving from around different parts of the area concerned about this big storm that's going to hit. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you have your feet up, watching a little bit of Thursday night PLO. Boy reloading for the full 2K here. Gonna make the call and just limp the 20. Again, $20 straddle on this hand. And from what I've been told just a second ago, it is not a mandatory $20 straddle, optional. Only allowing one straddle, but allowing blind raises as well. So. So we're going to have 7-way action to this flop. With everybody with a little bit of everything. Probably won't. Let's see what we got here on this flop. Looks like an ace. Ace, deuce, 3 board. JP with about 37% equity in this hand. A little bit of a straight draw. No one with significant amount of equity on this flop. The turn does bring in the 4 spades, shifting equity to Aaron with about 50% in this hand. Does have the nut straight with also a redraw to the 9 high flush draw. Him and Gary were the only players with spades. Actually, both Boyd and Aaron with 5-6, but Aaron with slightly higher equity again with the redraw to the 9 high flush on the turn.
560. 140, right? Yeah, 560. 560.
It sounded like somebody just said pot.
This is 560 plus
700.
720.
All right. Comes back to Boyd in the +1 after a bet from Aaron in the big blind. So, I'm sorry, it was a check from Jame on the small blind, a bet from Aaron with the best hand with a redraw and bet 140. Going to get called by Gary under the gun as well. Boyd going to pot it for 720 on the turn. Wouldn't be surprised if Aaron just went ahead and tried to stick it all in. Maybe trying to drive Gary out of this hand. Yep.
He only had 2,000.
Yeah.
You had redraw? I had redraw.
So he's going to rip it here, and when it comes back to it, Gary's going to make the fold. And again, Boyd, both having 5-6. Aaron with the redraw to the 9 high flush. Going to get there on the turn, and Boyd, just 2 short hands, going to get felted again. And Aaron in the 7 seat, having the live stream debut that you would only dream of early on here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live.
I had 3-4, and I thought, you know what, I ought to snap call him like he did me the other day.
Here's something a little neat that we worked on, kind of letting you guys know our live stream schedule coming up. Now, this was this past week, so this is not for this upcoming week. So tomorrow, again, Thursday night mixed game. Mix it up here. It could be our round of each kind of game. It can be Congress. So we just call it a mixed game. So today it is 5-5-10 PLO. Tomorrow is our 5-10-25 match to stack. Tomorrow it says the deep, or Saturday it says the deep stack final tables at 3 p.m. That's what time the actual tournament starts itself. The final table itself probably won't kick off till 9:30, 10 p.m. or so, and then the actual live stream cash game, the 5-5-10, is going to be from 5 to 9 p.m. here at Poker House Dallas. So live stream about 5 to 6 days a week, variety of different things, final tables of some of our tournaments, some bigger cash games, and again, in a few weeks we'll be live streaming our biggest game yet here at Poker House Dallas. It's going to be at minimum a 25-50 with a 50 big blind hand. So look for that. We're going to be making that announcement soon, finalizing the lineups. And again, doing the significantly stepping up the live stream game here. Less than 2 months ago, our biggest game was 2-5 match to stack. And in a matter of 7 weeks, have gone to consistently running 5-5-10 PLO on a weekly basis, 5-10-25 Friday nights, 5-5-10 Saturday, and now in a few weeks we'll be running our first biggest game, or the biggest game yet here at Poker House Live, 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante. And again, that's a little bit of what's to come here at Poker House Dallas. Getting some requests from some players across the state, across the nation, about streaming even something bigger than that, 5100 with a 100 big blind ante. So now that's not that 5100 game is not going to be like a weekly occurrence. It's going to be kind of a special type deal. So, but looking to making the 2550 with a 50 big blind ante semi regularly, maybe like every other week. So here we go here. 4-bet by J-Ma on the button. Pocket aces, single suited to the ace of clubs. Aaron with a nice little hand himself in the small blind. Jack 10, 10, 9 double suited. Again, his clubs are covered by J-Ma. Gary in the third blind with ace, queen, jack 4. Single suited to the hearts. For the ace. It's going to be a big pot going to this flop. About $1,900 between these three players. Boyd, after reloading on, does flop the second nut flush draw. A little bit of a draw to kind of a baby straight, but not a good straight. He's going to get his chips all in 420 into pot of 8. Yeah, J-Ma's going to reship it, try to isolate him. Again, him having the ace of spade, he knows he's blocking nut flush draws. Going to get air in the fold. Nice isolation rip by J-Ma on the button after Boyd puts the remaining of his stacker queen of hearts on the turn. Wow. And Boyd there going runner on the turn in a river for trip queens. No full house though after flopping the second nut flush draw. Getting some of those chips back. I think now back up to about 1,800 or so. Levy bought him for 2K, lost that, then lost his another 2K in the hand immediately after losing. I think he only added on or tacked on about 1,500, 1,000 or so, give or take. Yeah, Lego, he's been all in three times in 3 hands.
What?
How much was it, John?
What?
I did 5,000.
The bear is definitely up to date.
Yeah, I brought enough cash. I'm not gonna get worried about that.
It's 2 pairs. I thought Queen was good card.
No, when he said 2K on the time.
Already a ton of action here. Just 10 hands into this live stream.
40.
Was just asked whether or not I have alternate available. I don't. So
8, 40.
and here's tomorrow's lineup for tomorrow's 5, 10, 25 live stream. Okay. Here we go here. JP with aces. 3 spades in his hand plus 1, gonna make it 40. Gonna get some caller. Rick with the pocket jack, single suited to the jack clubs. Board with 987, a little bit of a wrap. Has 3 clubs. Ben though with pocket queens, double suited. 10, 6, 9 board. Boyd flopping the nut straight. see what he does here. Probably gonna pot it here. Gonna pot it here, 165. Gonna try to bet for a little bit of protection. JP with just aces though. Backdoor spades. It's gonna be tough for him to continue with just that weak of a draw with action behind. Rick gonna make the fold here. Yeah, Boyd picking up some chips. All right, let's take a look at the stack sizes again. Min buying 1K, max buying 2K. Match the stack. Here are chip stacks here for the night. J-Ma adding on. Trying to match stack down a little bit, but again, still pretty early on in the stream. Aaron in the 7th seat, making his live stream debut. As said, about 5,300. Ben in the 3 seat, 4 seat, 4,900, about 5K. And JP, Gary, and Vito, all three below 2K. Let's look at these cumulative winnings here. Aaron so far the biggest winner, up about 3,300 after some big wins against Boyd. Again, Aaron in the 7th seat. JL about 1,600. And Rick with a slight win. Everyone else down. J-Ma down about 1,500. Boyd down about 2,600. And again, with PLO being such a volatile game, these chip counts, these percentages can shift at a heartbeats moment. Ben with pocket kings, gonna make it 50. J-Ma gonna make the call with a bit of a wrap, 3 hearts in his hand. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these players just call a 50. Yeah, it looks like we're going 6 ways to this flop. All club flop. No one with 2 clubs in their hands. Player with the best equity so far in this hand, Rick. Top 2 pair 9s and 4s. 4 of diamonds. Now turns the boat. 4s full of 9s. Rick with the lion's share of the equity here. Gonna bet 200 on the button, about 2/3 pot. I'm gonna probably get everybody to fold. Then with relatively no equity in this hand. Yep, gonna fold. J-Ma gonna fold. Rick picking up this hand here after turning 4s full.
Good bet.
About 45 viewers in the chat. If you haven't yet liked this stream, go ahead and like it. Again, last night, if you were not here for one of the biggest games during the week in terms of value, $100 buy-in tournament for Katie's game. 326 players in that tournament, creating the biggest and largest prize pool for that tournament. Total prize pool $26,000, with the winner getting about 6K. Now, I didn't watch the final table, didn't know if they made a deal, but as the payouts were announced. So assuming you fired 1 bullet for $100, you could have walked out with nearly 6K if you won the tournament with no talks of chop. So again, Katie's game on Wednesday, quickly becoming one of the most and best value tournaments during the week here in the DFW Metroplex area. If you haven't played it yet, come on out next Wednesday. Ben here gonna make it 140. Pocket aces single suited to the ace of clubs. Boyd here gonna call Jack 8-7 single suited with the clubs. Again, has his clubs covered pretty much by everywhere. It's gonna be tough for gloves to come out, but they did chop leg. Okay, I wasn't sure. I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as Larkin busted, I'm like, I'm going to bed. So didn't see how that all finished out last night. Queen 9-4 board. Ben currently with the best hand. Pocket aces. Does have a queen in his hand as well. Ben gonna continue here. With him having a queen in such a disconnected board, you know, Jack 10 would have flopped open ender. No one with Jack 10. Yeah, just gonna push his aces here. Gonna get any players with some potential backdoor equity out of their hand. Gonna pick up his hand, pick up that pot there. Again, 50 viewers in the chat. Did you know Monday night here at Poker House Dallas? Again, I talked about Katie's game Wednesday. Now, a few months ago, that guarantee, I'm guessing, was 3K. Guessing. Slowly inched up to 5K, 8K, 12K, and yesterday smashing it with 26K. Okay. $100 buy-in, 80 of it going to the prize pool, 20 of it going to the administrative fees. Did you know that our Monday tournament is the same exact structure as Wednesday? For 3 Mondays in a row, that field has been growing. And again, currently it's a 2K guarantee or maybe 3K guarantee. But I would venture to say if things keep going up the way they have been in the past, I think the prize pool this past Monday hit 46,400, 4,800, just a pinch under 5K. We will up that guarantee as we continue to grow that tournament. So if you're looking for a good tournament Monday night, again, it is a low guarantee for right now, but this game has been growing on Monday night. Would love to help you. Love to have you guys here for that. Grow that game, increase the guarantee. Maybe at some point get it to 100 entries plus. Again, this past Monday, the most entries for that tournament, I think 3 weeks ago was 36 was the biggest, and 40 something, and then this past Monday 58. So trending in the right direction for that tournament. Come on out. Very good value tournament. Again, is if we continue to grow, we'll up that guarantee.
Ever.
Hand 14. Ben with the best hand with pocket queens. I'm sorry. Vito with the best hand. Open-ended backdoor. Redraw to, okay. With the jack high. So
Bring your own whiskey in.
although he doesn't have the actual best made hand right now is Rick with just a pair of aces. No one with spades or hearts. The only one, so when I say the only one, Vito with the only one with a flush draw. Ace of clubs on the river, giving Rick trips. Vito missing his draws. Rick gonna take it down with trip aces with a 9 kicker. And then that has to do with virtue with him being in position there. Yeah, Lego, I agree. That's why we're trying to promote that specific tournament Monday nights here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live. The same exact structure. Again, Lego, you've been playing here at Poker House for a while now. You've seen the progression of Katie's game. I want to say like before Christmas, that guarantee was 3K. And it just in a short time, like two and a half months, went from 3K to 12K in last night. Record number of entries, 326 entries. Prize pool, $2,600, and a prize pool before chop was about 6K. So can be tough to get better value during the week for, especially when it comes to $100 tournament. So,
Blind raise at 37.
okay, so there's a blind raise. There's a straddle, or maybe there was not a straddle, just a blind raise by Aaron +1 to 30. 6-5, 5 deuce. Ronnie, okay, I knew the storm was gonna hit at some point, but
If I would have seen your face, I would have known who you are. I know we played together.
The missus called me, said it's rain like fucking South Africa.
They've been predicting it for 2 days. Shouldn't be a surprise. It's supposed to have started at 3 o'clock. I can't believe it waited until 5.
Where's the part? Time you home?
Oh, okay. It's hard to hear on this
Oh,
one.
it's already at Fort North.
oh, JP out of the small blind with pocket kings and pocket queens.
It's 180.
Again, although he has a very strong hand,
C2.
not suited to either kings. Has a Badoogie hand, in fact. Now JL with ace king suited, 7-8 suited.
I got everybody now. We're good.
180.
I don't know.
Here's the skill. Here's the skill. Here's the skill.
They all call.
Skill check. And thank God. I wanted a call.
The Mason.
I wasn't trying to take down $14.
Take down the Masons, right?
Boyd here flopping trips though, but Vito with a better trips with a redraw as well. Yeah, C2, yeah, Vito, don't surprise him getting all here. It does have a better jack, but also a little bit of a redraw to the nut flush spade draw. But again, this is a paired board, so his holdings specifically are better than Boyd's hand. And with both players having an 8, really, Boyd's going to be drawn to a 9 or deuce on turn in the river. 5 of hearts on the turn doesn't change much. Vito's still in the lead. Boyd's going to need a deuce or a 9 here on this river to take down this spot. Oh my gosh, and gets there on the river, drilling one of his 6 outs.
Ace 10. Oh.
And then Vito himself rivering the spade high flush draw. I got Steven Taylor just subscribing. Thank you for tuning in for this PLO stream. What a tough river card. Hits a 6-outer. I'm not sure if Vito's going to reload. Let's find out.
Hey, Clarence, you're on the top of every week. You're number 1.
And Boyd getting some of his chips back.
Did he say he's coming back?
Quickly taking a thumbnail.
Say, wait a minute. No question.
So 10 deuce what?
Jay, or John, I'm sorry, John, he left $4.
I think he said.
I think he's coming back.
I think he's coming back.
Oh, he's still here? No.
Oh, I thought he said he was. I'm sorry.
Did he say he's leaving? Yeah, he just we'll play with for now.
Everybody bust some more, y'all.
You can do all 5 for now, guys.
No. Thank you, but no.
And it looks like Vito is out and won't be returning to this live stream.
Get my share. Everybody, they be happy when I'm
Sorry, Shadow and then again.
You been online?
No, I'm telling you. Yeah, online.
I don't know. I am ran down a
Everyone
long
take your
time
cards
before he
off
had
and
to
put
give
them
me
back
class.
on. They didn't raid. No one did.
I had to bad now because it's on him. Running bad.
Yes.
Yeah, got everybody. We're good. I feel like who is striker?
Well, he's a guy from Houston. Same to Jamaica. Well, Jamaican guy? Yeah, he's Jamaican. Super nice. Right on nice guy. Why, does he crush you? He's a soft player. He's had a bad streak.
And it looks like we're going to be playing 8-handed until we get an alternate in here. Again, Vito in the 2-seat, not electing to rebuy or add on.
Ridiculous. I really wish people would start playing 5 and 4 cards. so many demons in my club that they only play 2 cards. I'm trying to get them back to 4 cards, but it's like 20 people.
Yeah, I bet.
Put it on me.
159.
Yeah, but I'll text you after the game. I'll let you know, like, who's the good players and who's not.
Yeah, text me, please. God darn, I've been getting what?
Yeah, I don't want to say it right now because they might be watching. Yeah. It can't be worse than me. I lost like 13 on
What's
that.
that?
1,300?
No, I wish. Yeah. I think it was Monday night. I was paying like 3 in the morning.
3.
Then get tilted.
9.
I've been mega tilted every damn day I play on there, man. I'm
Yeah.
sitting there saying, what?
Did I move it twice?
And if I play Ryan and heads up and like playing this,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly.
kill it.
Really?
Kill it.
Some people are just better online than they are in person. I can't explain it, man. Like, Dustin got you in the club, right? That was Dustin Foster? Yeah. Like, great player live. Terrible online.
Very good player live.
Very good player live.
Shit, I tell Dustin ass up too. You know, I tear him up too. My 6 deuce, hey, my 6 deuce be killing me.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And the straddle is on this hand.
Next time he's next up,
Gary +1.
big stack, I'll get up.
Pocket 7, single suited to the ace.
9. 4.
Still be playing 18 to the down here.
Is he gone?
He's coming back. Well, we don't. He's still outside right here.
Okay, so still not 100% sure if he's going to come back veto in the 2 seat. Did leave some chips there, so
5 and 6.
Yeah, he didn't have an ace and a queen with that 10. He got killed by the deuce. He is.
you go 3 ways to this flop with 150. Oh, nope.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ryan's coming in. So you guys.
Joey Pigtail, sorry, I meant to respond to you. Poker vlog. Where are you coming from, Joey? Thanks for tuning in for our 5510 PLO live stream again. 1 to 2K buy-in at the start, 1K minimum, 2K max, match the stack.
Hey, you text him. When you text him, I'm surprised to see you back on there.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to be defeated.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Man, I just don't understand sometimes what I be going through. I be going through some shit.
You play a lot of 5 cards?
Yeah, the first one I do. 5 cards fine. 5 cards fine. 6 cards fine.
How's the weather out there, y'all?
Killing me. I mean, like,
Yeah, Joey, I believe they tried. Okay,
He actually, last 2 weeks hasn't been doing that well.
I believe that.
He's the winner for sure.
When did they try to run their
Houston, so.
when did they try to run that? That was like, I believe that was right before the Great American Poker Tour tournament, right? If I'm correct, for the record, actually Eric and I, so Eric's running Action Tracker, I'm running the booth right now myself. Solo in the booth for PLO is not easy. For the record, solo in the booth for Hold'em is a little better because it's just 2 cards. Okay, so this is again on every dealer change. In the past, we've done 4-card flips, but on the dealer changes, they're doing actually 5-card Omaha High with actually betting per street pre-flop. So just on dealer change, and then after the first hand of the dealer change, it goes back to 4-card PLO. Yeah. I'm like 100% positive, Joey. So they flew actually Eric and I down to Daytona to help set up that live stream, because they had set up the trusses. They set up the truss over to it, and the very first live stream that they wanted to run was a PLO live stream. I was actually running Action Tracker when they ran. I believe I got to go check it now. And none of those guys had ever played a stream before, much less PLO, where the cards are very, very delicate with the RFID reader. So I was actually there, I believe, for it. Let me see.
Yeah, I love Susan. She's a lot of fun. Actually, when I went down to Houston last time, I stayed at her house.
Yeah, it was streamed a month ago. If you actually go back and run that, if you go back and watch it, the date for that, I actually pulled it up. That was January 26th. If you go back and watch that stream, Joey Pictills, you actually see me running around, running Action Tracker, and I was actually stretching out because the dealers and the players, to no fault of their own, like had busted so many decks and cards that, yeah, it was tough. All right, so here we go. Rick with 3 6s in his hand. Now JP does have second enough, so okay. On this river, ace of clubs gives a Rick 6s full of aces. JP misses open ender on the turn and the king high flush draw on the river here. King high flush draw on the river here. Let's see if Rick's going to go kind of in the check call mode. Again, JP only has 1,000, so SPR here is very, very low. So Rick's just going to rip and put him all in pretty much on this river card. And JP, knowing that he pretty much bricked everything on the river, just going to have to lay it down. Yeah, Joey, that was actually, I usually run tracker or I'm in the booth or running production. And I was training like Thomas and some of those guys, dealing and teaching them Action Tracker. Very competent guys. They spend a lot of money on that table, the overhead trusses, the actual camera. So with all the new equipment, there were some issues with the setup in terms of where the table was and where production was, and they didn't factor in a couple different things when it comes to the setup. When we ran that 10-10 stream, that stream was not ready to go until 15 minutes before, and Eric and I were nervous as nails. Like, there's just no way we're going to get the stream off. And, you know, I say it went off without a hitch. All things considered, with the dealers not having any training on PLO, with the players not having any training with actually playing PLO, and those guys never running Action Tracker, the first time they ever used that camera setup, believe it or not, actually went as best as it probably could. But now I see them trying to run some 2-5 games there. But okay, so Joe, you're playing. I may have played with you down there. And I believe that noise in the background is the storm coming in that I talked about earlier in the stream. So for those of you in the DFW area, hope you're safe and sound. All right, we have Texas heads up going into this flop. 7 ways. Now, when I announce these hands, I just look at the equity. Once the flop hits, this is who has the best equity with so many players. So JP with the best hand, it looks like, with pocket 10s. No one with diamonds in their hand. Anybody with 5-6? No one with 5-6. Few 6s out there, but no one with 5-6 specifically. Ben gonna bet the best hand here. He's just gonna bet a pair of 7s. A little bit of a backdoor redraw with the ace of hearts.
Hey, but you know what? It's gonna be sunny tomorrow.
DJ M, where are you at?
Beautiful day tomorrow. How about that?
So DJ, when I was talking about the trust system at Daytona, they already had that set up already. Here we set this up. I don't want to give too much information away about what we have going on. Okay, so you're in Minnesota. So you definitely know Eric then, if you're from Minnesota. All right, Ben here going to take this pot down. I don't want to give too much away what we got planned on the live stream, so I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. We're going to be running our big game here, first big game. So as I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, literally the second week in January, 2 months ago, actually less than 2 months ago, the biggest live stream game we ran here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live, was 2-5 match to stack. Okay. In a matter of 7 weeks, we are consistently running a 5-5-10 PLO game on Thursday. Sometimes that game is a 5-5-10. I'm sorry, it's a round of each where the PLO is 5-5-10 and the Hold'em side is 5-10-25. We're consistently running a Friday 5-10-25 match to stack where the minimum buy-in is 3K, maximum buy-in 5K. So that's weekly. Saturday, we're running a weekly 5-5-10 where the minimum buy-in is 1.5K, max 3K at the beginning, then match stack immediately afterwards. Now, in just like 10 days, spoiler alert, we're going to be running our first big game. Now, not big to some of these viewers that are used to watching The Lodge or Hustler or whatnot, but for us, in just a short amount of time, and again in 2 months, we're going to be running our first 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante, and shortly after that, going to be running a 50-100 with a 100 big blind ante. So that's the progression we made here at Poker House in terms of the live stream stakes. Lineups have been super fire as of late. Will be continued to be fire. Yeah, we're going 5 ways to this flop. Hand 20. And after this hand, we'll pull up the stats. JP here going to bet top 2 pair. No one with Jack 10 open ender. No one with diamonds. JP going to probably take this pot down. Yeah, a little bit of a wrap with the 10, needed a jack. Probably was potentially concerned with diamonds out there, but does get this through. Yeah, DJM. I was actually at a meeting with Eric, who's running Action Tracker right now, so you may not see him unless he pops in and needs to get somebody's cards read. He's the live stream manager here. Again, I help run production. Usually in the booth Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Manage those lineups for Friday, Saturday in the bigger games. Again, J-Mont in the 6th seat tonight. Put together last week's stream lineup and this week's stream lineup. So I really haven't had much to do in terms of the managing and setting up the lineups for the PLO game, but setting up the production side of things and commentating in the booth. And again, commentating in the booth alone for PLO is not easy because I have to manage the chat, manage production. But it's fun. I enjoy it. Want to give you guys a good time here in the chat. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Got Hunter Easley in the chat, rooting for Ben Schroeder in the 4 seat. Having a pretty good session so far. Up a pinch, but yeah, DJ, it's really neat that we've just grown so much here in the past. Again, here we go. Boyd flopping the king high flush, but Ben with the ace of clubs blocking nut flush draws. So Boyd gonna bet half pot here. Maybe wants to potentially see if someone has ace of clubs draw. Bet for a little bit of protection, a little bit of value there. Pick up a little small pot. And again, when you're out of position on a board like that, with significant action behind for you to lead out on the flop with 2 streets remaining, it's a very, very strong action in PLO. Now, PLO in Texas is awesome. So, Joey, if you ever want to come down and play this live stream, for last week's stream, I had a guy Facebook message me about flying down from Michigan to play one of our PLO streams. I said, let me know when we'll put the game together. So, Joe, if you ever want to play our live stream. Joey, did you play that live stream at Daytona? I don't remember. I'm actually. I remember Shane that played that game. He got my contact information. And I believe it was.
40, 60, 7 folds.
Oh, that was Jeff Platt that was commentating. So he was flown down there specifically to commentate the final table. So. Rick, a 3-bet here with Queen Jack 8-6. A little. Some wrap hands double suited to the Queen of Clubs. And the Jack of Spades. J-Ma here with a little bit of a wrap of his own, with pocket nines in his hand. King Jack 8 board 2 clubs. Rick flopping middle bottom pair. J-Ma with just pocket top 2. Okay, so very similar equity between both players. And you will see on these PLO hands with 4 cards, equity is going to be a lot thinner and closer than it is when it comes to Hold'em. So I know there's a lot of players that enjoy PLO, don't understand it specifically. Okay, J-Ma just turned the nuts kings full of jacks. Look for him to maybe make a small bet here.
What, 6 bets, 500?
Yep, 2/3 pot. Very value heavy though. It's got to ring some alarm bells from Rick. Now, for those of you that don't know, Rick Alvarado in the cutoff, who is in the 8th seat, professional poker player, has over $2 million in hand and mob earnings. His biggest one was in 2019 when he won the WSOP 888 for 888 blah blah thousand. So no slouch to PLO himself. Actually prefers PLO. Makes the call here. 7 of spades. Doesn't do anything. Again, with him having a combo draw there on the flop. When I say combo draw, flopping bottom 2 pair with a queen high flush draw. Was looking to bet looking to see a river cheap there after J-Ma bets 2/3 spot on the turn. Gonna be a brick here on the river with the 7 of spades. J-Ma again gonna lead out on the river. Gonna bet 850 into about 1900 or so. Very value bet. And with Rick with just 2 pair jacks and 8s, can't feel too good about his hand. Lots of Ben players for the chat.
Hey, Ben, they open up a new TCA.
Evasive, I don't know who you are, but I did used to play at Empire. Now I play pretty much professionally up here. Commentate as well now. I'm generally in the booth Thursday, Friday, Saturday here. Oh, wow. Okay, so I thought he called for a second there. J-Ma's going to... So let me... Man, I wish I wasn't in the booth alone. I think J-Ma bet for value on the river, and Rick tried to raise. Correct me if I'm wrong. I saw the original lead out on the river by J-Ma. I didn't see action. It looked like J-Ma re-ripped it all in, and Rick with the snap fold. So yeah, it looks like J-Ma bet for a little bit of value on the river, and Rick potentially maybe sensing weakness raised him on the river when a bunch of stuff missed, even though it was a paired board, and then J-Ma re-ripped it for all stack, and then Rick snap fold there. So okay, is that what that's what I figure out. What's up, Paul Tassone? See you this Saturday. Got Gator in the chat. It's going to be his 3rd week in a row here playing 5-5-10 this Saturday. I'm reminding him to make, on the stream you guys are hearing me remind Paul Tassone to make sure to check his text message on the time, because we had to change the time last week. So just kidding, Paul. He showed up last Saturday. Don't mean to put you on blast here on the stream, but he showed up at 3:30 and was like, hey, where's everybody? I'm like, did you check your text messages? Because I literally said in all caps, change of time with 3 exclamation points, that we moved it back an hour. And he's like, yeah, my bad. But ended up working out, so. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Hayden. I literally took my eyes off off that side because when J-Ma made the bet, I was under the assumption that Rick was just gonna fold automatically. Didn't think he was gonna make a move, so I shifted my eyes off the action, back to the chat and back to production. So, but that being said, you guys saw that he was blocking full houses, so he tried to make a move on J-Ma. But when J-Ma came back over the top of his raise, Rick snap folding there, but he's gonna add on here to get to about 2 or 3K here. King 4 deuce 2 heart board. JL again flopping another set. Flop some sets early on. Again, Jack of Hearts on the turn. Brings in front door hearts. No one with actual hearts in their hand. Boyd with the only heart. Single heart, 10 of hearts. Ace of clubs on the river. And JL again winning with a set of 4s. I think hand 3 or 4 had a set of 4s as well. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Hayden. Thank you, guys. Rick went all in. Thank you. Lots of Ben fans in the chat. Got Malaya Sealy rooting for Ben. Michelle Alsop saying Team Ben. Sorry, Paul. I just have to put you on blast on the live stream, but I'm just messing with you. But Paul Tassone Gator going to be 3 weeks in a row here on our 5-5-10 stream this Saturday. Evasive, I'm very, very interested to know who you are because you've played with me at Empire. And Evasive, if you want to come out to Poker House to play Dallas, I know a guy that runs the lineups that may or may not be able to get you in a game. That guy is me. Mark, he was supposed to be in the lineup, but I believe he was concerned about the weather. And so we had to find some last minute replacements. Again, currently right now 8-handed. Originally was 9-handed, but Vito in this 2-seat busted early on and got felted and opted not to rebuy back in. JL here going to make it 85, flopping top and bottom pair with a backdoor redraw to the diamond flush draw. Boyd also with a king high backdoor flush draw. Go 4 ways to this flop. To the turn, I mean. So now Rick picking up spade draw as well as J-Ma. So J-Ma flopped open ender, turned a redraw to the 9 high flush draw, but Rick also turned a better flush draw with a queen high flush draw. J-Ma blocking 5-7 with 2 7s. J-Ma does have the yeah, he is double blocking the nuts. Yeah, so Jack of Diamonds on the river gives Rick the best hand. Looks like J-Ma's going to just barrel 650 here. And again, this has to be a little bit of concern for Rick. J-Ma on that last hand where Rick tried to re-raise him, value bet him very similar, not necessarily in size or relation to the pot, and got raised. So Rick with just pocket tens in his hand, knowing that his club draw missed, straight draw missed. Does he want to try it again and try to bluff again at this? Again, this is a non-paired board. Okay, yeah, gonna lay it down. J-Ma there, even though he missed his draws, was flopping open ender and turn a 9 high flush draw with the spades, you know, opted to just barrel her again with the pocket sevens blocking, double blocking the nuts there. So nice hand by J-Ma there. Now up over nearly to 11K. Yeah, he's Hollywooding. Let's go. Let's take a look at these VFIP percentages. So you're going to see specifically in this game, and I don't know if this is related to Texas versus to other places across the nation, you're going to see a lot of high VPIP percentages. A lot of these players are going to limp call pre-flop unless things get kind of out of hand pre-flop. So a lot of these players are going to see a lot of flops. We've seen a lot of hands where 4 to 6 ways to the flop. So VPIP percentages are going to be high. So, but you'll see really quick. Oh, pull up here. Pre-flop percentage raises. Pre-flop raise percentages not terribly high, specifically relative to their VPIP percentages. So, Gary with 3 sevens in his hand, gonna make the fold. Agreed, Joey. Thank you for your insight there, and look forward to. Joey, since you're starting a PLO vlog, why don't you go ahead and post your vlog, your YouTube address? We're totally cool. Like a lot of these other live streams don't let you do that kind of crap, like promoting yourself. Dude, put your YouTube link in the chat. Support Joey Pigtails. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's what we do here at Poker House. We support poker players. We root for you guys. Promote our players' businesses here. And a hand like this, I ain't announcing pre-flop action until it gets to the flop. So, going 6 ways, it looks like. Hand 25. 4-5 jack flop. JL with the best hand with just queens paired over pair to the board. It's going to check around his flop until it gets to the 10 of clubs. Now J-Ma here turning a set of 10s. Also has a jack blocking some full houses. JL does turn queen high flush draw clubs. No one else with clubs. What the hell show are you guys talking about, Mark? Free the Wii! Action going back to avoiding the fold. Now Ben here open-ended, drawing to Broadway. With a 1 street to come. With JL, who was in the small blind, checking his option, checking on the turn. And a fold there. J-Ma now. Let's take a look at these cumulative wins so far. J-Ma, again, the big winner after betting for value on the river against a Rick who tried to come back over the top. And then J-Ma pushed back up about 3,800. Aaron here in the 7-8 up about 3K. Again, making his Poker House Poker Live PLO live stream debut this Thursday. JL up a little bit after being up a couple thousand early on. Ben up a pinch here, about 200. Boyd, after being down, pretty much being felted in the first 10 hands, now quote unquote only down 1,800. So making a little bit of a comeback, and Rick after trying to bluff that hand against J-Ma down about 3K. So that's that. What are y'all laughing about? Oh, Mark. Yeah.
This time it's gonna be worse.
Ben here with aces. Single suited to the ace of spade with ace king. And JP with ace queen jack jack. Double suited himself. So it was a raise by JP in the hijack. Coming back to Aaron in the cutoff next to Ack after making make it 250. I don't foresee JP folding here. We're gonna make the call. It's gonna be heads up to this flop. Six deuce five board. No one with spades. Ben still with the best hand with pocket aces, but neither player has any of these specific suits. Now, Ben does have the ace of hearts blocking backdoor nut flush heart draw. Ben gonna barrel the flop there, take it down. All right. Speaking about some cool stuff here. On Wednesdays, which was yesterday, obviously, if you're interested in kind of mixing it up a little bit with your games and looking for in the DFW area, again, our standard game here is 1-2 $500 cap. Sometimes we run 1-3 with a 1K cap, 2-5 with a 1,500 cap. Trying, we have some players that have some semi-private games. So on Wednesdays, Mark's game, 10 a.m., 1K max buy-in, 1-3 blinds, unlimited straddles. Have the stand-up game, the 7 deuce game. Now, if you play this game and you want to sit down, you are required to play all of this. You don't have to straddle every hand or whatever, but if they play the stand-up game, you are mandatory required to play the stand-up game. You are required to play the 7 deuce game. So you can't sit down at this fun game without agreeing to the rules of this game, which is why it's a semi-private game. But I went to 1 a.m. Hi-ya! So that's Mark's game. Mark Wee in the chat. All right. JP here. This time the player with ace is going to make it 50. Double suited to the club and spades. A little bit of a dankler though. And the thing is, with even with the pocket aces and with you being double suited, the 9 and the deuce aren't the greatest cards to go along with your double suited aces because they don't connect great post flop. If you're gonna have double suited aces, you're gonna want a hand like ace, ace, king, jack. Where you can, you're blocking not Broadway draws, wrap type hands, but still drawing to 2 flush draws. So even though he does have pocket aces, it's not a great hand. And obviously with this flop and turn has 0% equity in this hand. Gary turning a set of 9s. Gonna get aggressive. Looks like he's gonna bet pretty much gonna bet 250 to 260. Boyd with hearts, but just 10, this drawn to 10 high flush draw. Yeah, does have a little bit of a straight draw, but it's the bottom end of a straight. J-Mal gonna fold here with pretty much garbage hand on the button, even though he right, Joe. There's a lot of players with pocket aces. So Michelle again cheering for Ben, having a pretty good night. Get up a little bit. Now this is not that the players that we've had before in the past are not competent. A lot of these streams we have competent players, but these players at the specific table are quote unquote a little tighter, a little more snug with, their ranges as it comes to PLO, being in position, out of position. In the past, we've had players like Yao Bao that they'll 3-bet, 4-bet pre-flop with a hand like ace, 9, 7, 3, Badoogie, just because they want some action. So again, these players the past couple weeks playing slightly more tight and snug on our PLO streams here. Ben here going to make it 40 with double suited clubs and spades with a bit of a wrap hand here. It's a decent flop. Flops. Jack high flush draw, but Boyd with a flush draw himself and open-ended as well. Again, Ben flopping a front door spade draw, Jack high. Some backdoor straight draws with Jack 10 and 9. Some turn cards that can improve his equity position, bringing in some additional draws. Again, interesting call here by Gary with just a pair of, well, I say that and then he turns Strip King, so what do I know? Every time I say something like that, just calling with a pair of king, like, you know, a pair of kings on this board with not a ton of backdoor, even though he had a gutter to a straight. Gutters are tough to hit in PLO. He turned strips there, so nice little hand by Gary after giving his shout out to, I'm not sure if that to Leonora, and believe it's her 14th birthday. I'm not sure if it was granddaughter or niece. So happy birthday, Leonora, if you're watching. Hand 29 here. No big significant pots as of late. There was some big pots early on between Boyd and Vito. Vito again no longer at the table, between Boyd and I believe it was JL and Aaron within the first 10 to 15 hands, but nothing of significance so far. JP flopping the nut flush draw. Ben with an open ender. Queen of spades doesn't change too much, although it does give JP a gutter to Broadway. Ben with the best hand with just a pair of queens, the only made hand so far. Ace of spades on the river. Just a pair of aces for JP here. Ben's just gonna have to lay it down with only having a pair of queens in his hand. And Ben does make the fold down here. Right, Joe, he did bust with the bluff. He thought he was bluffing. Well, in the mind, he thought he was bluffing, but actually had the best hand. Yeah, now little Brian in the box. Eric on Action Tracker and myself, Eddie the Asian Sensation, flying solo in the booth for this Thursday night 5510 PLO stream here at Poker House Dallas. Poker House Live. Thank you for tuning in. Where's everybody chatting from? Joey's from Florida. Obviously, because he mentioned Daytona Beach and Orange City. When I played at Orange City, I played a 5-5 game there. That was pretty action-packed. Now, because of that big tournament that was under the Great American Poker Tournament, the 2-5 and the 5-5 game at Daytona was pretty solid just because of the tournament and people coming in from out of town. But the one day I went to Orange City, that cash game was pretty good. Gary, you're gonna make a bet? Just top pair. Nice little bet in position after getting checked too. Gotta take that little pot down. All right, you Ben fans in the chat, where are you guys cheering Ben on from? You guys in the DFW area? You guys somewhere across the nation? Let us know. All right, KP from Mansfield. Lots of Ben fans in the chat. Where was he the past few live streams where we picked up additional viewers? And again, if you're not a subscriber to our channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Helps the algorithm, helps us monetize the live stream here. Again, we've quickly becoming a nice growing live stream. Has some neat stuff planned in store for the future. Starting with bigger stakes, bigger lineups. And that's going to translate to equipment upgrades as well. Talked about that a little bit today. Five players to this flop. Ace, Jack 10, a Badoogie board. Aaron with the best of it. With just a pair of aces. Backdoor heart draw. 5 of clubs on the turn. Still a Badoogie board. Now Gary with the best of it, turning a set of 5s. Ben looks like he's going to make a move here. We're at 325. It's going to be tough for JL to continue here. Going to fold. Yeah, same thing with Aaron. Going to be tough for him to continue after not, turning any additional equity. I don't know what CLP is, but cool. Oh, Crush Life Poker. That's what I'm assuming it stands for. They're bored here. They're flopping open, a little bit of a gutter, now turning open ended with 7-8. 3 of diamonds. It was Ben the straight. Drills. The bottom end of the straight. 6 high straight. See who's gonna bet for what sizing he's used, maybe like 600-700. Yeah, just a pinch under half pot here. You know, don't think he's too worried about a hand like 4-7. Maybe targeting hands just like this sets. Middling sets. All right, Malaya cheering Ben on from Dallas. Hope you're still staying dry indoors. Yeah, good fold there by Gary. Very value heavy bet on the river. Probably sent some alarm bells to Gary. Like, how does this card really help you out anyway, unless you have the straight? Trying to get a crying call from exactly a hand that Gary had. Some lower to middling sets there. But after Gary thinking out, opting to lay it down. Good fold by Gary. And Gary announcing he's going to add on 1,000. Get him closer to the 2K mark. Megan Stone saying go Bubba Ben from Dallas. Yo, where the hell did this pizza come from? And how come I haven't been offered this? We're on a 15-minute delay. Did not realize how hard it is for me to commentate alone in the booth for PLO, and I'm not offered any pizza. That's putting me on tilt in the booth. It depends where the pizza's from, first of all. Okay. I need to give you guys points. I'm going to give you guys 2,500 points. Give me a second. I'm going to give you guys 2K points. Gamble away. Now, after I give you the points, it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes to hit in your little account. So, Mark, thank you. But now I want pizza, and I have not been offered any pizza. Although I've had pizza the past 2 days. So, hand 32. Looks like we're going to probably be 7 ways to this flop. Just kidding. After a raise from Aaron, the strat with pocket aces here. Interesting raise. Even though he has pocket aces, he doesn't have much else going on. Yeah, he has some wheel draw here, but it's not like he's suited to the aces in his hand. It's not a great pair of aces to have, not being suited to any of the aces, and with low cards like 5 deuce. Now he does flop a little bit of a, wheel draw. JP with flopping queen high flush draw. Rick here with a top set though. So gonna barrel on that. No, I'm good. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I agree, Joey. Bad aces. And you have to be really careful, especially with being out of position with bad aces, like Joey said. Yeah, Rick gonna take this pot down for flopping top set, trying to deny some equity against some potential straight draws, flush draws. H Cross saying go Ben. Lots of Ben viewers supporting seat 4 on here tonight. Again, with those bad aces, as Joey said, you have to be very, very careful with bad aces, especially out of position in a 5-6 way pot. Again, as we've seen early in the stream, a lot of these players have high VPIP percentages, which means they're seeing a ton of flops. There's not a ton of significant pre-flop raising amongst these players. I don't think so, Sinus. Yes, yes. 2 flush draws just folded because it was queen high flush draw. Somebody had the queen high flush draw and somebody else had a jack high flush draw. So
Hey, you going up there? Oh, it's gonna be enough to that pizza. Sauce.
I believe it was JP that had the queen high flush draw. King 9-3 board. Gary flopping a bit of a combo draw, queen high flush draw with his clubs. A little bit of a gutty wrap here as well. 10 of clubs gets there with a flush draw. And pretty much bet pot 100 to 115 here. And no one with queen jack. That could potentially, no one with ace flush draw again. Gary turning the second nut flush draw with a 9 of clubs in his hand. Gonna get folds all the way around.
Which one is that one? Hey, what is that one? Oh, it's yours?
I had two pair then, Gary. No clubs, so.
Let me have one piece of sausage, please.
Sinus, and I think, because this last hand, Rick was under the gun, was under gun straddle, so that, you know, he would have been under the gun +1 the hand before. Oh, Mark, I didn't know that Gary in the 9 seat plays on the 1-2 tables. And this is my first time interacting with some of these players. JL played last week. Aaron and Gary making their live stream debuts here at Poker House, as well as Vito, who's no longer at the table, and Ben Schroeder in the 4 seat. Again, lots of love for Ben here in the chat. About halfway through this stream now. Jack 4 6 flop. 2 clubs. Ben's got 3 clubs in his hand. Boyd with the ace of clubs blocking nut flush draws. That makes sense, Mark. Ben in the cutoff are going to bet 300 to a pot of 530. I guess knowing that he has a ton of clubs is going to be tougher for these remaining opponents to have clubs in their hand. Gary with the mystery cards, under the gun straddle. J-Mal going to make the fold. Joe, I got to tell you a funny story about when I went down there to Daytona. Because I think the 1-2 cap is 300 or it's 200. Here the cap is 500, so it's a little bit better. Boyd's going to make the call here with pocket aces. 3 of clubs on the turn. Brings Ben his queen high flush. Again, Boyd with the ace of clubs blocking nut flushes. See what sizing Ben's going to use here on this turn. The pot of just over 1,100. 550. Going to bet about half pot here. Yeah, it is 200. As soon as this hand's over, Joe, I'm going to tell you this funny story. All right, Boyd going to make the fold. Ben's going to take it down after turning the queen high flush. All right. So Daytona Beach flew down Eric, again, who's running Action Tracker and myself down to Daytona Beach to help them live stream for that final table for the Great American Poker Tournament. And they flew down Jeff Platt to commentate. And also, Eric and I were training, you know, their dealers on how to deal, their players how to run Action Tracker to help with them using the camera system. I had some downtime at the beginning because, you know, Gaming Commission had to double check, make sure security was appropriate for them to give us a thumbs up to stream, yada, 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 yada. So I'm playing 2-5. Now in Texas, here in Dallas, at our room, the 2-5 cap is 1,500. Now the cap down the road at TCH on a new table, I believe it's 1,000 or 1,500, but then it's match the stack there. So those stacks can get 5K plus on a match the stack. So when I got my name on the list, because they weren't allowing, if I remember correctly, they didn't take names on a list at at Daytona Beach. Like, you have to be in the room, but to get on the list, so you can't call and say, put my name on the list. So when I get there, I put my name on the list, and I say, hey, so I was like, what's the cap here? They're like 800, and I'm like, per street? They're like, no, that's the max you can buy. And I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be weird. So I was blown away by the $800 cap on their 2-5 game. Now, the 5-5 game that I played at Orange City was match the stack. 7 ways to this flop. JP flopping top set here, but also has a set of 4s. So he's blocking a lot of full house combos that any of these players could potentially have. Again, now Rick with bottom set here doesn't know how much he's in trouble as it relates to JP, who has top and middle set. JL open-ended, some backdoor hearts as well on this hand. 4 of clubs. JP turning the boat. So with him blocking pretty much everything and obviously having the nuts, he's just going to check here on the turn, allowing somebody to either stab or catch up. Now, J-Mal with pocket kings. Let's see what happens on this river card. What card it brings. King of spades. Terrible card for J-Mal. River's kings full of 4s. So JP here is going to bet. Let's see. What sizing is going to use here? 200. So value heavy here. I wouldn't be surprised if J-Mal raises, especially after JP checks the turn with quads. Now again, Rick with a full house himself, but a bad full house. And what hand can JP check turn and bet river with? Yep. As anticipated, J-Ma's going to raise here, going to make it 700 after JP leads the river. JP turning quads, J-Ma rivering kings full of 4s. Now Rick's going to have to fold. He's got another, his full house is not good here after a bet and a raise. Good fold there. Gary's going to fold as well. JP going to probably just rip his stack in. Maybe he's going to like min raise. I don't know. I would prefer him to rip here versus like a min raise to like 12, 1300. Like, why are you going to min raise and leave yourself $300 or $400 here? Right. So he is going to min raise here. And yeah, J-Ma does not like this. Like, what are you going to bet min raise after I raise you on the river? Yeah, so he's going to rip style call. He's going to show quads.
Quad with pocket 10. What the? Wow.
Yeah. Good hand there. JP going to pick up a nice little pot there. I believe J-Ma still. Yeah. Kim Avery from Nacona, Texas, saying good luck, JP. The niece mean saying, looking good, cowboy. Nice little pot for JP, who before that hand was in the red. That check back on the turn got him paid on the river. And JP turns quads on this hand and then allows J-Maw to catch up on the river, where J-Maw rivers kings full of aces. JP bets about 200 into a pot of about 400 or so. J-Maw makes it 700 on the button. Comes back to JP, who basically min raises, and then J-Maw basically 4-bet rips the rest of JP's stack there. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, JR. Like, I don't know. I'm not a PLO expert by any means. Like, when he min raises me there on the river, like, it's just me from an analytical perspective. It's like, this dude has quads. Like, if he rips there, then I can think he's maybe representing a weaker boat than I have. So
This live stuff is great, man. I tell you.
Quads just like online.
No shit. It was quads over quads over.
No, quads over top boat over bottom boat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, still crazy.
all right, Ben here. Ace, king, king, 3. Single suited to the ace. Got the little 3 of hearts dangler out there. Gonna make it 50 plus 1. JP after winning a nice little hand there. So we go 4 ways to this flop. Queen 10 deuce board, 2 diamonds. J-Maw with diamonds, Boyd with diamonds as well. J-Maw flopping top set, has the lion's share of the equity on this flop after flopping top set with a redraw to the queen high flush draw. Now Rick here, a little bit of the wrap with ace king jack. And Ben there after getting raised in the cutoff. Raised from the cutoff, not him being in the cutoff. He's in the +1 there position. Gonna have to lay it down, especially with just having just kings here. No real redraw to anything else besides just a Broadway draw. Now he is blocking a lot of these Broadway draws himself. When somebody comes over the top in a multi-way pot, it's literally top set. I mean, really with a hand that J-Maw has, flopping top set with some sort of redraw potentially. So J-Maw going to get some of those chips back that he lost to J-Maw. J-Maw getting some of those chips that he lost to JP in the few hands prior to that.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, he does. Yeah, Mark, theoretically, yeah, but with him having diamonds, it's less likely that other players are going to have diamonds in their hand. So, yeah, agree, JP. That's the thing with JP's stack being so short. You know, it's like it would have been a big pot. Again, if JP had a bigger stack, it's a weird spot, right? Again, when JP checks the turn there, allowing somebody to catch up, which happened when J-Maw rivered the king fool's hand. So Greg Sanders in the chat saying, good evening, folks. Wild weather in Dallas. I really don't know what's going on out there. I'm literally in a 5x10 booth, like 60 square foot alone.
I might stack all of y'all.
for this Thursday night PLO game. Again, dealer change here. 5-card Omaha High only.
But I can get close.
So in the past, traditionally have been running flips on the dealer changes. This group opting to make it a 5-card Omaha High hand with the betting pre-flop, flop, turn, and river, if it gets that far. Just doing things a little differently this specific stream on dealer changes. Yeah, and Joey, like you said, it's like, what are you beating there? You're like quads. Like, in my head, it's screaming quads, but I'm also watching the whole cards and I see what they have, as everybody in the chat as well. So, King 6-8 board. Rick with the best hand. Pair of kings, right? Some straight draws out there. No flush draws yet.
Just scream it out next time. Just scream it out next time. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Right now, heads up to the turn. Jack of spades brings in backdoor spade draw. No one with spades. Rick with the best hand still. Kings and sixes. Kings and sixes, excuse me. It's really hard with its 5 cards. So now 10 of clubs on the river gives Rick Broadway. Definitely has the best hand here. See what sizing he's going to use maybe to try to potentially target some two pair holdings, weaker straights.
Actually, I want to see that, but it still works.
200-300. Oh, it's going to go pot. Jamal going to fold here. So Sean Shepard, it's just a game. We're all degens because we're watching PLO. So literally, it's fake points, free points. So degens are degenning free points while watching PLO. So I don't know how much more degen you can get. Again, it's just a game. We give out points, or you can earn points by commentating, earn points by super chatting, which we're getting the super chats hopefully by tomorrow, if not early next week. So the more you're in the chat, if you subscribe, the more you're active in the chat, the more points you get. So, and I give away free points like Texas Oprah. So you know what? I'm gonna give 1,000 points away. Let's do that. Again, and once I give these points away, just hitting it right now, 1,000 points. Give it about 10 minutes or so. You guys can gamble these free points. It's fake points. Fake points for now. Eric talked about somehow converting it to like real dollars where you can buy merchandise here at Poker House. That could be very expensive as the stream grows. And we have been growing a ton in the past. 7 weeks ago, our biggest game here at Poker House was 2-5 match to stack. Now consistently running a 5-10-25 on Fridays, this 5-5-10 PLO stream on Thursday, and a 5-10-25 on Friday, and then a 5-5-10 match to stack stream on Saturdays. In about a week and a half, we'll be running our biggest game, 25-50 with a 50 big blind ante. JP here flopping top set. Also has a hand, 8 in his hand. Rick's gonna call here in position. Not a ton of backdoor equity. I mean, he is open-ended, so he needs a jack. Needs a 7, 8, 9 jack. Ace of hearts on the river. Yeah, baby gonna bet here, gonna fold. Yep. So, Joey, here's the thing. I give away too much free shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that on the air, but whatever. I give away too much free stuff. Like, I give away free points and I give away free merchandise when people tune in. So it's like, you get a sweater. You get a sweater. Everybody gets a sweater. Ah! Getting 65 viewers in the chat. Thanks for tuning in.
It's always the dealer's fault, no matter what.
I was just
It's
asking.
gotta be.
I was just asking.
No, we do. Just plain up. We got tough skin.
All the votes, right? You beat all the votes.
How many viewers we got? Yeah.
Over 100, but today was 2. I don't understand.
How many viewers?
Viewers, I thought I said dealers.
I said dealers
I
too.
don't know. I don't have
He's
that.
not watching. How's Eddie doing in there? Working.
They asked how many dealers we had. I said, well, 2 for you tonight, but we've got over 100 in the room.
That's a lot of dealers.
Fine, next time.
Get here.
All of them not working, they must not work.
Got it.
Got it. How are you doing, guys? Everybody doing okay?
Do you have anything to eat besides pizza?
8
Do you have like granola bars?
Yeah, we have granola bars. We have like nutty butters, some saucy nut. Just like I need a chips or Pringles.
I'll do a granola bar.
Do you want the fruit in it or the peanut?
Fruit.
Okay.
Excuse me. Ben. Thank you. And 2 chips and maybe this. No one o'clock.
Don't turn the air conditioner off.
Forklift. Check.
Check it.
Check.
Check it.
Check a room. I let her know. I let her know y'all were over here. 100 seat 5.
Copy.
All right, this hand here. JL Rivering 8's full after flopping middle set. Some of these players on the flop turn chasing some backdoor equity don't get there, but JL getting back in the mix so far. You know, it was really hot to start this stream. Kind of cooled off a bit here. Again, just a pinch over halfway through. Running on a 15-minute delay. I don't know. Mark, is the AC not working? Are you talking about in the room or where? I don't know. Oh, boy using the plate, the fan. I don't know. It could have gone out with the storm. I have no idea. I mean, it's either always hot or cold in the booth. There's like not any in between. So 6 ways to this flop. 120 in the pot. Straddled pot. All spade board. No one with spades though. Yeah, it's gonna check all the way around. See what the turn brings. Okay, brings in another spade. After checking that flop, pretty sure everyone knows that no one has spades. Gary here turning a set of threes. Bottom set's going to bet out. Going to get everybody to fold. Pick a nice little pot here, Gary. Doing a decent job so far on this stream. Again, first time making his Poker House live stream debut here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live. There's Tammy Vinny in the chat here, chiming in as well. Yeah, everybody now asking for water after Mark's asking if it's hot.
Amber, is there any sauce and pizza left?
She ordered another batch. She ordered some more. Some will be on the way.
The straddle pot this hand. You can probably see a ton of limps. Definitely looks like here. JL double suited pocket kings. Just going to call out a small one. Not going to raise. And again, with being in Texas, you got to be really careful playing out of position in these PLO pots. Even though double suited pocket kings are good, his 7 and 4 are not good, right? So they're bad, quote unquote, bad kings. You know, if he was double suited with like king, queen 10, you know, with some wrap opportunities, could have seen him raise out of the small blind there. J-Ma here, flopping open-ender with a flush or redraw to the 9 high flush. Gary here flopping top sip, just gonna make the call. Boyd with a baby flush draw. It's gonna be tough for him to continue here. Gonna fold. Wouldn't be surprised if Ben called here. Again, a little bit of a combo draw himself. The gutter to a straight 10 high flush draw.
Man, you run so damn good.
I did, I saw that. I'm waiting for this mint to dissolve first. Mint? Mint.
Oh, you got a mint in your mouth?
Yeah. I want to go granola and mint. Doesn't sound like a good mix.
Straddle under the gun.
Hey, you shouldn't say nothing over there. Hey, you shouldn't say nothing. Why? You hear me talking? I want you talking over here and share with me.
Straddle.
910.
I mean, I had 6, 7, 9. So I heard that.
Yeah, no, you had a real good.
Actually,
6, 910.
and quite honestly, I thought I had diamonds too when the Ace of Diamonds came out. I thought I had diamonds too, which is why I came out better.
Yeah.
If I knew, I might have checked. But it turned out to work out for me.
You could have had like a $14,000 putt. Shop it.
But I'm thinking about the hand. If I try to keep guys, you might call. I don't know.
Yeah, it was hard with a bet and that all in. I didn't feel great about either one of my throws.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, 6, 9, 10. So I think it was double gutter on the ball. The turn would be bad for me, but I'm a hit.
Oh, do not post it. Thank you. One raise to 40. 3 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold. 7 fold. 175 is fine.
Repot.
25. 525, 565. 580. 580 with me.
What about Reebok?
And then I took, huh? Oh, I was like, put that in. Thank you.
No straddle, JP?
Next hand.
You say you're not gonna entice him.
You can't
Lock it
straddle.
up.
You can't straddle.
Hey, you ain't getting that back tonight.
Shit. What? Whatever.
That's on super lock. You can entice him as much as you want.
4, 5
Right.
call.
It's gotta be a super hand for him to be in there,
6 raise to
right?
On it, quad on it. There ain't no way this is on lockdown.
9 fold.
You see me call 1100 while I go on a draw. Diamonds and open-ended straight draw. Didn't hit it.
That was before you hit that big one.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I had chips in front of me.
This matters.
1,500 profit's not gonna alter my lifestyle one way or the other.
You got a good lifestyle.
I got a very good lifestyle.
Wait, is this real money? You paying for real money tonight?
I live life to its fullest ever. I've been to hell. I lived in hell for 53 weeks.
6.
I'm living the dream. Playing poker, drinking whiskey. Could be home with a wife I hate and 3 snotty-nosed kids.
You can't be home with that.
I'm only 69. I could still have kids.
Well, I know.
Check. You have heard it.
Sorry?
You have heard it. 475 seat power.
So I guess all the storm is done, huh? That was it.
Yep,
Looks so
pretty
burst.
much.
Hot is 19.
No.
Oh, in the middle, 735.
she's right or wrong. She says it with confidence and force, and it made me believe her. You know what I mean? You could have said 1372, and I said, yeah.
How much is that for?
1685.
1200?
1200 is the best.
Finally, I win a hand. Good.
You don't won a couple of them. You beat me out of some already. That's the rollers you got on, right?
No, it's a fake one.
Ain't no fake one.
It's a lot more fun than that Hold'em live stream, isn't it, Jimmy? Huh?
What?
So you're having a lot more fun than you are in that Hold'em.
You always do.
I lost 15K on the whole.
Oh, did you really?
Tuesday night.
You was in there when that guy was had hit 25K, right? 25K fight. He was on the table with Dom.
No. That was done.
Don wasn't on the live stream.
Yeah, he doesn't play live stream.
I wonder why.
Probably he don't want people to know how he plays.
7,000.
Really bad phone.
9,000.
Really bad phone. I don't have that shit. I have okay. So my screen is here. Okay. You have a diamond Joe? I have a diamond Joe. I have the second diamond Joe. Yeah, I put you on the flesh.
No light birds.
I pretend I'm not that straight, but I don't have it straight.
It doesn't bode well for me then. Nice guy sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah.
Just for every hand.
I had a queen, you know that, right?
That was great. That would work. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that third diamond until after I read it.
We'll get the cocktail waitress. Thank you. Do you know what you want? Pretty much.
Crown and Sprite. Crown and Sprite.
Crown is right.
Easy on the Sprite.
Not today.
Drive home in the
Yeah,
Sprite.
easy on the Sprite. I'm trying to stay away from trying to stay away from sodas.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
A lot of coffee in the mornings.
Raise. 75. 66. 7 and 8 colors. 9 flow.
thought you gonna do? Huh? What you thought you gonna do, huh?
Thank you.
It ain't that easy. Yeah, it was like he just
Straddle.
doing something. I'll get you.
No, it's not ready.
Can't wait to watch it.
So I might have to leave early. My house is flooded and my wife is like trying to do it. Yeah, my wife is kind of Your wife is still with it? The power's out. The power's out in your house?
Oh yeah, it power's out, water's off,
It's actually flooded.
every damn thing you can think of.
But it stopped raining, right?
Right, Jimmy?
No, I didn't see anything.
We're used to 60, 8, 9,
These boys not gonna hit and run.
Oh,
2000 is not gonna do shit.
my 2000? My 2000 ain't bad.
Do I need time, sweetie?
5. You're good. Oh no, you do need time. I'm sorry, sir. 13 minutes.
No, you still have 13 minutes, Jay. You still have 13 minutes.
You got any more pizza?
Not yet. Not here yet.
Yeah, man.
Okay, you got 2 minutes. You have this.
Okay, come on.
Checking it. Check. 200. Exposed.
Can I have a drink now, dude?
Yeah, you can have one.
Heads up.
Yeah, Crown and Sprite, but not make Crown and Sprite, but make mine. It's too strong. I can't drink that strong.
No, mine's perfect. If I want mine any weaker, I'll walk in
just have to
the
clear.
women's restroom and get some feminine.
What did you have?
He's king. The nut.
Nuts. You know what the nut was? A quad. You had the nuts on him. How many tables you got running right now? How many tables you got running?
I didn't look at that. I have someone else watching that for me, so.
Is he winning?
I'm gonna put his business out there. You can talk about it if you
Business
want.
out there.
You can talk about it if you want. I will say he could definitely buy a new car with all the money after that.
I can buy a new car with everything right now. Stay in there, man. Need you to stay in there. Stay in there. Yeah, take mine. Okay. No, she's better than $5. Give me some good color. Oh, get him a quiz.
You're not worried about it.
Thank you very much.
You know, I'm gonna take some more of your money. I need it for time.
Right here. Hold on. Give me 2 more.
One of these hands don't work. I just don't know which one.
Cool. Super nice.
Was it for sheep you wanted this and this?
Hey, let me. No, here you go.
And then for
I think so. 17's right there. Yeah, 17, right?
17
17, I bet you know? Yeah, 17.
$17 is right.
17's a buy. I call 17.
Come on, guys. Let me suck out on y'all one time. One time suck out, right? Do it.
Right, right. Take it. $40. 30.
What?
$30.
I ain't going out raising that.
You winning or losing?
I'm losing.
Every day.
Yeah.
Not in for much, right?
Yeah, man. $3.
More than that. More than
Yeah.
that. More than $3?
Show count my chips, yeah. No. So I need a double from you. Or triple.
Oh, nothing.
Give me one.
I said, oh, nothing. Nothing.
Look at that timing.
Had to wash my hands. Takes a long time for the paper towels to come down.
I don't see no moisture on my hands. I don't see no moisture.
raise the 8C4. 6
Was that 20 Was it bet 20 or 2? I'm trying to buy position, man. I can't have it if you go.
You take the 5 back.
Okay, got it. Your card's there.
Eric, can we get V-Pips? Hear how locked down he is. Yeah, he's a loser. He's a loser.
Oh, yeah.
31 seed, boy, 82%.
Wow. What?
JP 52, Ben 60, JL 70, J Mott
70?
Garen 40, Rick 50, Gary 44.
Everybody's like 1-4. I'm like a 4. I'm 70? I thought I'm
82, that's me.
I'm 70? Damn, everyone's high today. 30, 40, you two are low.
I'm still down.
What's that average PLO?
Average for PLO?
Yeah, what's that?
40s.
Straddles don't count towards the beacon, so if you're straddling, that doesn't count towards the beacon.
Okay.
But if you call a raise, it does. Yes. Mine is the highest, right? 7.
But if you straddle it, then check.
What do you have?
It's like 150.
82. I'm surprised he's out of hundreds.
Two, you champion, man.
10.
Yeah, they hide today.
Searching for a hand.
Race certificate.
Can't compete. I thought I was going to be at the top, one of the top of you guys.
It's a 82% clearance calls is right.
You get it?
He's right there. It's like last week I was in the 80s again.
No, you were like 50, 60 something, right? 68.
I think it's 240. My math is correct.
245.
Some gotta
I
give.
got 5 here in the middle.
Two.
245.
Some gotta give.
$245?
Race to 850.
Clarence, how much you got back?
12 to 6.
Can I see your set?
17.
1,700.
You cover him.
All right, coming players, return to your seats. Your new line, 2B, 1,000, 1,500, 1,500. 1,000, 1,500, 1,500. Get in there.
2885. Close.
Me and Nickel back, we good.
Once or twice.
That's my favorite band.
2885.
Great band.
This is like 10 paper.
Double suited.
Aces? No, what?
Two pair with double suited.
Oh, not aces. Not aces?
All in.
What do you have then?
I have aces.
You have aces?
You gotta let them talk.
I need a 4.
Why you asking what I have and then don't tell me what you have?
So which hand's
Hurt
better?
for you, man.
Not the club jaw, yeah, I know. All the time.
Club draw. Or a 4. Occasionally jack down.
You have 3 out. You have 3 out. 3 out to me. 9 plus 3. 9 club jaw. 9 plus 4. Plus 2.
Thank you.
Not plus 2. 9 then out.
No. Okay.
That's it.
I might would have won that.
What you have? Pocket king.
How much is it? 20?
It's 10.
Call.
We get 75.
Race to 75. 1.
We'll check.
425. Or, I'm sorry, 435. 435.
How much?
435. 5 votes.
You check? No. Green. 3.
shame in that.
Nut flush draw, huh?
Second nut flush draw with top pair.
Top pair? Top pair? Top pair.
9 with king high flush. Watch it on live stream. It'll show them, not tell them.
Yeah, $250 bill. This is the second time you asked me.
I still remember a hand that this guy beat me like 3 or 4 months ago
4 months ago.
for the nut flush. The river to go. And he spent 900 on the river and I paid him $5. Do you remember that hand? Fucking wow. You can walk around and fuck your girl.
Sorry, zoning out.
Check. What about this crew? You're not seeing people with like a little flash. Yeah, I mean, I think we should just run one.
4 players.
Easy game.
First one I've had in a long time. Big one though.
How you get that? How you get that? What he does about
Strata? Oh, no, we pulled it back.
X만 배워.
Raises 60, 69. One call.
John, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm talking to my wife right now. Okay, now it's back. It's back to Baby's still awake too.
Check.
Check your power.
Didn't want to drive in the storm.
Gary, have you checked her messages to see if she said anything?
3 players. Check.
I suspect that she's gonna watch it tomorrow.
Oh, where does she live?
South Carolina.
Oh. Your wife's niece or yours?
Shadow under the gun.
Huh?
My wife. Her sister.
Did you get this shoulder?
She's only 10? Her sister, your wife's sister must be young, huh?
Yeah, she's
Not that you couldn't have a 10-year-old. I'm not insinuating that.
7 call, bow, 9 bow. 1.
Locked in.
Heads up.
So Eric, what about when you straddle, right?
Check.
And it comes to you and it's your option, you check. Does that count?
If you check,
No. Oh, okay.
because it acts like it's a blind.
200.
If somebody raises
And you call, then it's okay.
Check. Check. Four kings.
Nice try.
Thank you.
He's playing too much 5 card. He knows they always have a 5 card. If you're playing a lot of 5 card, if you're checking bottom boats,
Yeah.
bottom boats never win 5 cards.
Never. I'm happy with the little bit I got. Yeah, I don't know what he got. He could have kings or something. I don't know. I'm just happy. That I finally got a hand.
One call, 3 fold,
I'm telling you, I'm chips on
4
luck.
call, 5 fold, 6 check. 5 players. Check. Check and 5. 50. 6 bet. 7 fold. You thinking you're all over there?
All right, I need to know if people can hear me. Apparently, they haven't been able to hear me. So,
He would be the shadow.
is that better? Can you guys hear me?
My kitchen flooded 2 years ago. They were in the freeze in January in 2021. You hang up? Yeah.
There's something happened with the audio. Let me know if you can hear me. So apparently, I've been getting texts asking if audio is okay. So audio is okay now. We should be good. I believe. Weird. Okay, so makes a little sense now. I've literally been announcing for like 5 hands. So I guess there was a button that I didn't have pressed when I stepped out on the. So I guess what happened was, I'm not gonna lie, I was hungry, so I put it on mute and I accidentally touched the other button, and I've been done eating for like 10-15 minutes, and I've been talking and analyzing hands. No one was listening because they couldn't hear me. So, hand 57, gonna try to get back. Womp, womp, womp. This is what happens when you run production by yourself and commentating and managing the chat.
I'm just kidding. You good? Okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna give away free points now, because I literally, I was like, I'm gonna give stuff away, and no one was like, "Yay, free stuff!" And I was like, no one's excited. I'm gonna give away merchandise, and I was like, it's kind of sad. But that makes a lot more sense because I actually wasn't on air, so slightly embarrassing. My bad. All right, here, JL with aces and jacks. Thank you, JR. You know what? I'm going to give you extra points. And no, the next person that says they miss me, they're not getting extra points. Just JR specifically. Hey, JR, do me a favor, type in exclamation points so I can like search you by how many points you currently have, because you get extra points. All right. JL with the best hand so far. I've literally been announcing for like 5 hands and commentating for 5 hands, and no one was responding to my commentary, and I was just like, no one wants free stuff, no one wants anything. I don't think I'm that bad of a commentator, but to each his own. All right, JR gonna take down this pot after checking to Ben, who tried to bluff, knowing that a pair of eights was never gonna win. All right, JR, let me see how many points you got. Damn, Jay, you got a lot of points. You got 127,000. I'm gonna get you to 135 points. 130, not 135, 135,000. So, all right, give me a second here. I gotta do a search.
We did lose. We lost seed 8.
Yeah, Rick.
After that hit.
Rick had to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just realized, so we're gonna be 7-handed for the last hour or so.
It was when you walked away.
No look. Right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't.
No. Slide it down. Move.
We're good. No, I was telling him. Okay. Yeah.
I was told, all right, JR, I just gave you, you're at 135,000 points now. Yeah, I just saw my text messages got a text from Jen, Rick's wife, that they're having some issues with their house because of the storm. So we're going to be running 7-handed for the rest of the stream. And again, generally we usually are 9-handed here and have alternates as backup here at Poker House Dallas for our streams. But with the storms coming in, a lot of players kind of backed out, so I had to find some last-minute replacement players. So what game should I play 7-handed? So let me think about this. We can always do like, what's hand X gonna be? Scott, if you're at Shuffle, what y'all should have all done when y'all lost power is freaking logged in and watch YouTube, because all of you have iPhones or Androids with 3G, and you could have watched the stream. We could have picked up viewers, and I could have given more stuff away. And you just tuned in, Scott. Apparently, I didn't have something on and audio on, and I was talking to myself for probably 15, 20 minutes. So, again, running running production, the live stream chat, and commentating, doing analysis, solo on PLO. Not the easiest game to commentate flying solo. Again, started this stream off 9-handed full ring, lost a player who got felted within the first hour. Rick Alvarado in the 18th, just having to leave due to some issues at his house as a result of the heavy storms. So had to leave to take care of that. It was. I thought it was at least marginal commentary, Scott. I don't know about good. On a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 5. All right, Boyd here, literally flopping the world flopping top set. Also has a 9 and the 5. Now, with that being said, JP and J-Ma has some backdoor opportunities on this hand. Now, for these players to like call and whatnot, you know, with him having the cards that he has in his hands, it's more than likely that J-Ma is calling with straight type hands or backdoor equity hands, right? Because Boyd has top set and blocking a lot of the full house combos on this flop. But it looks like he's just going to go into check call mode. Still with the best equity in his hand. Now, J-Ma with a bit of a wrap hand double suited pre-flop with 7, 6, 4, 3, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. Open-ended on the turn. Again, wrap type hand. And Boyd with the check raise here. Yeah, so you're exactly correct, JR. They're blocking each other's outs.
Maybe more. 975. 975. Yeah, sorry.
King of spades does not give J-Ma the backdoor equity that he needed on this hand. Boyd's going to go all in and take the pot down. All right, now again, 7-handed. Generally don't.
Okay, raise coming in, you guys.
Yep.
Sassy in the chat. Where's the Mighty Hammer? I know you're going to be in Dallas in a few days. Hopefully you guys are going to be in the room this Saturday. Good to see you guys making your way back to DFW. Dang, Ralph wants some free stuff. All right, damn it. I'm going to give stuff away. I'm going to give a hoodie away. So this is what we're going to do. We are in hand 59. Okay, hand 60. Let me know what the biggest pot. Well, let me know what the pot's going to be. Hand 60. Price is right without going over. You're going to get a damn hoodie. Okay. Let's go. Hand 60. Let me know what you think that pot will be. I will cut off. Sassy. Apparently the weather's really crappy. I don't know. I did run out real quick to grab a drink, and it's like 2 cash tables, 2 tournament tables, and the live stream table, which is extremely unusual for Poker House on a Thursday. So obviously it's weather related. I usually have 2 alternates for any live stream within 10-15 minutes away. I couldn't get alternates, which is why we're 7-handed right now. Again, weather related. I usually have a guest commentator in the booth with me. Again, weather related. So we're running a skeleton thin crew here at Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live for the live stream. So trying to do my best. Got Dwayne Hicks in the chat. Gonna be playing tomorrow's live stream 5/10/25. Again, on the dealer changes, they're going 5-card PLO. It's not a flip. They're actually betting. Okay, so JL with the best hand after. Sorry, 6s full of jacks. No one else with a higher pocket pair.
Let me have full.
8 of hearts. Wow, J-Ma gets there on the river. eights full of sixes. See if he bets here.
125.
Got a little value bet. Yeah, Rice. Apparently there was a big storm that was... So I slept in late till like 1 o'clock today, which is slightly unusual. But my phone was blowing up with, are we still going to stream? We got to stream. We're going to go to lunch. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Like, what storm? And it's like, oh, severe thunderstorm tonight, late afternoon, early evening, tornado warning, flood warning. I was like, oh, probably should figure out if we're going to stream tonight. To be in the room by, usually on a 6 o'clock stream, I'm in the room no later than 3:30 because of all the setup and the profiles and the Facebook and the YouTube stuff that I have to manage on this end.
I'll leave it to you, man. You're crushing it.
So I was texting J Ma, who's in the 7 seat, whether or not we're going to proceed. No one canceled. Did have somebody cancel, had to find a replacement. Lost a player due to getting felted in the first hour. Rick in the 8 seat had to leave, emergency to go back home due to some flooding issues. So again, we're running 7-handed tonight on this live stream due to weather. Running a solo in the booth again due to weather. Very light in the room due to weather. Unusual for a Thursday night. So hands 6. I said 60. What did I say? Hand 60 or hand 65? Hand 65. It's a giveaway. So I need you to know. No, Rice. Wait, I thought his name was Rice. Hey, Hey, Rice said ask what the weather right now. I'm from the area, so he's confused. I don't know. I heard it was pretty bad and it was going to be bad. Did I say hand 60? I meant to say 65. So I'm just going to go with y'all's guess for hand 65. Because JR said hand 60, 985. All right, we're going to redo this. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's 9:05. I'm going to give you guys the next 5 minutes. Again, we're 7-handed. I don't know if we'll be able to get to 65. We're going to be quit. Okay. Scratches. We're starting over. We are going into hand 62. Hand 70. Hand 70, which is in 8 hands. I'm going to give you guys 4 minutes to get your guesses in for hand 70 starting now. So Ralph Kippens, we're going to start off with Ralph Kippens 750. So hand 70. Okay, I'm going to give you 8, 9, it's going to be in 8 or 9 hands. Going to give you another 4 or 5 minutes. Going to let you guess till 9:10 until we get to hand 70. So right now we're in hand 62. Give you guys 4 minutes. Give me your guesses. Redo it. I may have said 60, so that's my fault. So starting off with Ralph picking Scott Freeman. Why are you picking the Devil's number, bro? Whatever. You do you, boo. All right. Perfect. Gonna go multi-way, like usual. Heads up, Texas style. Jack 3, 4 board, 2 diamonds. Ben, 3 diamonds in his hand. Also has ace king, so he's blocking. He has the nut flush draw.
Come on, I ain't changing it. I never change it.
5 of clubs brings in some straights. No one with a straight. J-Ma with the best equity so far with 2 for 6 of clubs. Brings a 4-liner out there to a straight. So board here with 7 of 8. Rivering the nut straight. Probably is going to bet. Yeah. Gonna bet 100 to 140. All right, there we go. Much better.
78. You got the 78. Gave you one.
photo shoot. You're not getting another one.
So again, tune in tomorrow. Came up with a new thumbnail. It's a video thumbnail. I don't know how to get it onto the live stream, so I'm just gonna drag it over real quick. Let us know what you think about this new thumbnail. It's gonna be video. Well, if you've seen that,
He's not getting another one.
Friday Night Poker 5, 10, 25 match to stack. Got Danny Marks, OFC, Habib, German Moneymaker. We get RV Phil, Carlos Cortez as well. Gonna have a new player, Fire. And I don't even know who the rest of my lineup is, so let's see. RV Phil, German Moneymaker, Danny Marks, Carlos Cortez, OFC. Oh yeah, Dwayne Hicks, he's in the chat. Duh. DW, Habib, Fire, and currently my 9th is stuck in a different city due to weather. So I will let you know tomorrow who is going to be commentating. So, you want to commentate? You want? That's okay. This is
You gotta go? All right.
Hello. Eric Anderson in the booth for the last 15 minutes. They're going to cut it short. I've got J-Ma in here with me. Go ahead and put him on. So we lost a couple players in the last 15 minutes, and they decided to not finish the session. They didn't want to play five-handed. We lost.
Gary left first.
Yeah, Rick had to go home. He had some problems at his house, flooding or something like that. Sassy says hi, Eric.
Yeah, we saw a lot of exciting hands today. I mean, that hand I had with kings, I mean, you know, at that point, JP didn't have enough behind him, you know, and I raised with kings. A king came on the river.
Oh, yeah, when he flopped 10s and 4s with a 10-4 whatever and then turned quads?
Yeah.
And then you rivered top boat?
Exactly.
Wow.
I actually put him on pocket 10s, but...
Wow. Here, flip this around.
Okay.
So you can hear them. There you go.
Is it still hot, Gary?
Nothing. It's free.
Wow, you can hear him pretty good. So I could be here for about another 5 minutes. I gotta head out.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. Whatever you want. I'm going to finish up the last 15 minutes before we go on break because of the 15-minute delay.
Okay.
And what were they talking about just now? The pizza?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Eddie stepped out for just a minute. The game is over. We lost a couple of people, busted, and Rick had to leave for a little emergency at home, and they didn't want to play five-handed, so we cut it just about a half hour short. So we're gonna finish up. I'm gonna finish up on the last 15 minutes. You are going to get very, very in-depth technical. Just kidding. I don't know anything about PLO. So.
Yeah, this is the hand where I had 5-7 queen king double suited. I potted it pre-flop.
All right.
I didn't really put Clarence and Ben on much because they both limped, and I pretty much knew that if I potted it, they probably couldn't.
They'd both go away.
Exactly.
Right on. Now, what I can tell you about, how do you like these new graphics?
Oh, it looks nice. I like it.
We cleaned all that up over the last couple of days. I learned how to take the background out.
Yeah.
And it looks really sharp.
Yep. I like it a lot.
JR in the commentary booth saying, or in the chat saying, "Hey, J-Ma," and
hey, JR, good to see you.
ouch, Frank. What? Who's Frank? Oh, I know. Frank just lost a bunch of points on the. I thought they were talking about the game, the table actually, but they were talking about points. So we don't care about that. You want number 3? All right, Eddie's back in the booth. We're going 3 deep now for just a couple of minutes before J-Ma has to leave.
Yeah.
So you already let them know what happened.
I let them know. Yeah, we're gonna lose a couple of players, and then
I did a game because hand 70. So
oh,
I'll tell you what. Everybody's guesses are gonna whatever the last hand's gonna be will be the game. Will be the game. So I'm giving a hoodie away.
all right. And they were guessing how much the pot was gonna be.
Yeah. So scroll up at some point.
There's gonna be some very big pots coming up because we're gonna lose stacks here.
Oh,
It's warm out there. I don't know.
Well,
It's muggy with that rain.
Yep.
So you see them.
So
you
this
can
is your
see.
first time in the booth.
It is. It is.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
It's a pretty nice setup you have back here.
Thank you.
I like it.
So there, JL has middle pair, and with a better kicker than Boyd has.
Yeah, Ben has a gut shot straight draw here. 245 is.
Both Ben and JL have some
Yeah.
backdoor equity here.
A little too much to pay for a gutter.
All right.
So again, I did let the viewers in the chat know we were averaging about 65, 70, 60 to 70. So which is pretty average for.
PLO it gets less viewers, just
It does.
across the board.
How many viewers do we have?
Everybody.
Before the announcement, about 65 to 70.
Yeah.
Now that's actually pretty decent for a Thursday PLO game. So, but a lot of the viewers in the chat specifically play PLO. There was some people down in Daytona Beach, some people in Michigan.
Right on.
So, some of those players expressing interest in coming down to play PLO
So
stream. So,
a spoiler that you don't even know about yet, Eddie.
okay.
Let me pull this up really quickly.
And I did let the viewers know again. The room is pretty dead because of the
Right
weather.
on. Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough to find some alternates last minute. Some
Yeah.
people backed out because of the weather. I usually run too deep in the booth.
Yeah.
So
So Greg Vale
yeah.
sent me a tweet,
Okay.
private tweet. He says, I've got a crew of people from Tyler who want to come up and run a 25, 50, 100 Omaha Big O
Like
next Wednesday.
2550, I'll probably play.
25, 50, 100. I
do you play
said,
Big O?
Yeah, I actually like Big O.
Okay, 25, 50, 100.
You know, prior to me playing PLO high, I think Big O was the game that
Yeah,
I
'cause I
actually
never-
preferred. Yeah.
I remember in your bio, your new updated bio, you said before Chicago, before Texas.
okay.
Yeah, before Texas, mixed games was your jam.
Oh, Gary flopped a set there and I missed it. He had a set of 6s on that hand.
Okay.
I told him Wednesday we're slammed with Katie's game.
Yeah.
But if he wanted to come in, do an afternoon game, I'd be willing to.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Like, if we can get them out of here by 5, I'm gonna call him at 10 o'clock when we're done here, and go over the details. But I think that'd be a great Wednesday afternoon
Yeah, let me
stream.
know. I would definitely play 2550.
Perfect. That'll be super fun.
And I've been telling people in about a week and a half, we're going to be running our biggest no limit hold'em cash.
You've been teasing them with that?
Teasing them. Didn't tell them the lineup.
You didn't tell him any names yet?
Nope, no name dropping. Just 25-50 with a 50 big blind Annie.
I might jump into that one.
Yeah, me too. With the min buy-in. I think that one. The min buy-in's going to 100% going to be 5K.
Yeah.
Probably going to make min buy-in 10K uncapped.
Okay.
So, but I am getting requests for 50-100.
Now, uncapped.
50-100 meaning, what does that mean on cap?
So so on a 50, 100, 100. So kind of the new trend on these live streams is for hold'em. You know, small blind, big. So apparently in Texas, like the 3 blind game is kind of a
Yeah.
thing, but anywhere else the 3 blind game is not really existent.
Right.
So you know, 5-5-10 PLO, 5-5-10 hold'em on Saturday, 5-10 25 Friday, right? And even TCH on Tuesday they run a 25-50 hold'em game on Tuesday. So kind of the new trend is you know, what we're going to do is like 25 for the small blind, 50 for the big blind, and 50 for the
Ben
big blind.
flops
Andy?
middle set here.
Oh, wow.
Gary's got 2 queens,
Oh, I remember this hand.
and JL has top pair with an ace kicker. Aaron's got all sorts of equity for a straight. It looks
Diamonds
like
with the brings in a hand like Jack 9.
Aaron's got the flush draw and the open-ended.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think he calls. I don't think he likes his flush draw here.
Okay, the
And,
6 high flush
Yes,
draw.
yeah, just with all this action even being on the button, especially after the small blind leads out here.
Yeah, Gary leads 300, just under a pot-sized bet.
JL's going to fold. Aaron's going to fold. It's going to be heads up going into the river.
Okay.
7 of clubs.
The boat. I do remember this hand now. Let's listen to this.
Just going to get his chips in. Ben's going to kind of side call here.
Yeah, he's basically turning his hand into a bluff here.
Yeah, definitely turning his hand into a bluff. And heads up, a hand like eights on this board.
He has to call.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for the amount too. 945. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
You don't like it because obviously a hand like
10-10 beats you.
10 beats you, kings beat you, king 7 beat you.
Yeah.
The king 7 doesn't beat you. You've got a bigger boat.
Yeah, so
8's full. King or 10-10.
Okay, guys, I better head out.
All right. Hey, thanks for having us, John, man. Or thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us in the booth.
We'll definitely do it again next week.
yeah, I'll let you know for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you about the 25.
It might happen Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday for sure.
Okay. Okay.
If we can arrange it to be in the afternoon, we'll get a big game going.
25-50.
25, 50, 100. Oh, I will have to call him and discuss it. He just sent me a message and I said, he goes, can you call me? And I said, I'm streaming right now. I'll call you in 3 hours.
I might be able to get a couple players too, actually.
Okay, so
He might have a full table that's going to come.
okay, I think
but
we can, you know, if
but we might need alternates. We might tell him we get a couple of seats.
yeah, we would need a couple of seats. So.
We'll do your game, but I want a couple seats. And if we change the game to the afternoon, he might lose a couple people.
Okay.
But yeah, that'd be fun. I like it.
All right, thanks again, guys.
All right.
All right, John, thanks,
John.
helping out. Getting this lineup together again. I know it's with today with the weather being a little tough.
Yeah.
Kind of limited some of our resources for filling some gaps in alternates and here in the booth. So going real well. Yeah, we'll do it real well. So, all right. Thank you, John. Okay, just a few hands left. So again, the last hand's going to be the game winner for whoever is guessing. So I'll scroll back up to that. So Bryce Talent there. Big Ben fan, as well as Michelle Alsop.
What was the gamble?
With the game? Just
Yeah.
the pot for hand 70.
Okay.
So
We're gonna get there.
you're going to get 70 hands in?
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep. Yeah, we will. They're gonna play a few more hands, and then we're gonna lose Aaron, who doesn't want to play 6-handed.
Okay.
And they say, hey, you guys want to play 5-handed? And
Everyone's like, no. I don't
well,
get it.
they decided, yeah, we'll play a couple more hands, and then I think JL says, I really don't want to play 5-handed.
Yeah.
You know, all the fish are gone, and
So
this isn't fun. And
I think.
I love the new graphics.
Yep.
Those look so cool.
And getting a lot of viewers across the nation, Florida. There was actually a guy from Florida that was like, yeah. I had never mentioned anything about Daytona Beach when we went down. He's like, yeah, the room I play at Daytona Beach in Orange City, they tried to run a 10-10 PLO game. I was like, was that in January? I was like, Eric and I were down there.
That was their inaugural.
Yeah, that was their inaugural live stream. So I was like, look.
It was a horrible idea. Hey, let's start off with a PLO game. I'm like, no, please don't.
And then if I remember correctly, in terms of people getting stuff set up, we were not sure. We were fairly certain that there was no way they were going to, because they had to do some additional.
I would have
wiring.
lost all the betting. Yeah. They. I've been working with them on the phone for several months, getting the equipment and walking them through it. And I showed up and said, hey, I love this equipment. How are you going to have this
and that.
switch talk to that computer? And they're going, that makes sense.
So
Okay, we were wondering how that works. And I go, we need a cable.
it goes from here to here. And we have like 48 hours because the gaming commission has to come in and approve it.
Yep. Gaming's good down there. They love me. Gerardo Cruz says 2K buy-in. Today's game was a 2K max buy-in, and then it was match the stack after that. So a couple of people would top off when people would get out chip them.
Still a relatively good showing in terms of the chat. Had about 65 players,
Nice.
65 viewers in the chat on this Thursday.
All right. So here they are. I think this is the last hand. 69, I think, is the last hand.
Okay, so let's see what this pot is, and then
Yeah,
go
and
back
we're done.
let's look at the guesses real
He
quick.
just said we're going to end it, and Boyd says, all right, we're done. I'm going to just fold then, and we shut her down.
So here's the good thing. It does not look like anybody won.
What was the question? All right, I'm going to turn off the chat.
So Frank was the closest. He didn't go. He actually went over. So
Did anybody go under 135?
no one went under 135. Now, with that being said, they weren't expecting to be shorthanded here towards the end of the stream. So if you guys tune in tomorrow, maybe we'll run the game again. Redo and give you guys.
tomorrow.
But you need to join in tomorrow. So
Friday. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow.
yeah. So I showed them.
Did you show them the heads-up tournament?
I did not. I was so busy
Let's
with
do
the call.
this.
So
Exit out of that. We're done with that. Unless you want to go through
let's
VPIPs
look
and
at this.
stuff. Check out Boyd's VPIP, 86%.
So for the final 6 remaining players, no one. Aaron with the lowest with 39%. Boyd 86%. JL 73%. Ben Jamal in the 60s. Okay, here's PFR. Boyd with 86% VPIP, 4% PFR. So
He likes to see flops.
Likes to see flops, and again, that was the trend. You know, that's generally typically the trend for PLO, liking to see a ton of flops.
Yep. How can you fold with 4 cards
Right.
pre-flop? I mean, geez, you got to see a flop.
Right. So here's our cumulative wins losses. Again, does not include some of the players that were already felted, which is why it looks kind of weird
Yep.
with.
It looks like everybody made
one.
money.
Yeah. So again,
Boyd got crushed in the beginning. He made a nice
yeah,
comeback.
made a nice little comeback. Gary in the 9th seat busted. Rick had to leave. You know why Rick had to leave, right?
His house flooded.
Yeah. Jen texted me, and I wasn't checking my phone because I was running solo in the
Right.
booth. And she's like, "Whenever you get a chance, let Rick know that we have water in the master bedroom." I was like, "Crap! I just saw this." And then the only reason I checked is because I saw that he left. So I was like,
Oh,
crap.
15 minutes later.
Yeah, so actually a little longer than that.
Oh, no.
I told her, I was like, "I'm so sorry I was in the booth alone."
Yeah.
And she said, "It's okay. I was enjoying until there was
Let's
water." Bad.
let's pull up that heads-up match.
Yeah, so cool. A couple things we got going on here at Poker House Dallas. Talk about this.
So the big one, we're going to do a $700 buy-in heads-up tournament. What this is basically 4 single tournaments, 8-player brackets. March 11th at noon, 8 players will play. 10K starting stack, 15-minute levels. And when you win your bracket, you move to the next bracket, you bring your chips with you. So you'll start the second bracket with 20K. You play that bracket and win. You start the third bracket with 40K. You win that bracket and you get $2,000 and you're done for the day. You won your bracket. All 4 winners will come back the following Sunday, which is, I think, March 26th, whatever that Sunday is, at noon. Everything starts at noon. You can register right now. It's limited to 8 players per bracket. So if you can only play on March 12th, get in here and sign up for March 12th. I don't want you to not be able to play because you didn't sign up fast enough. And
When do you open
we
up
sold out
registration for that?
yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I put them all on Poker Atlas yesterday. You have to come in here and register in person, but do that within the next, 10 days, 9 days, whatever it is. And I would encourage you, if you are interested in this, to do it, because I don't want you to miss out on it, because we are only planning for 32 players. If this is successful, if this is hugely and wildly exciting and everybody wants to do it, I'll do it again. But just as a test run, We're going to run it with just 32 people.
You like it?
Just to test it and make sure. How are the brackets chosen? So,
Random generator?
yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a drawing, but you get to pick what day you're going to play. So if that answers your question, the 8 players will show up Saturday, and we will draw
I gotcha.
cards, ace to 8, and that's what bracket you'll be in. All right, so that's one of the things we want to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about, first responders.
Definitely talked about all that at the beginning.
You did already? Okay, well,
that was at the beginning, so we can.
all right, I'll just touch on it real quick. If you are a first responder, police officer, firefighter / veteran, any of those things, with a valid ID and proof of service, you get free membership every day. Mm-hmm. This is a membership-based club. It costs $10 a day or $30 a month to get in here. That's free if you are a first responder, a police officer, a firefighter, or a veteran. The second thing I want to touch on, if you don't know, staff appreciation. If you are in the customer service industry, or if you are in a legal card room or casino or
I said the gaming. I said the
gaming industry. I like that gaming industry. Whatever that is, you get to get half off. It's $13 an hour. You can buy $6.50 an hour. That's like rake off one hand. If you win more than one hand an hour, you are doing great things in Poker House Dallas. The last thing I want to tell you about is I call it the little TV guide, and this is just what we stream, what our scheduled stream is. Next Gen on Sunday.
And this goes back to this past Sunday.
Yeah, this was last Sunday. It was, like 5 days ago on February 26th. It was the meetup game final table. Monday, we did a 1-2 $500 max. Wednesday was Katie's game. That was last night. Today, I put down mixed game because I wasn't sure what it was going to be. And it turned out to be the 5-10 PLO game. Tomorrow, 5-10-25, match the stack. Saturday is our deep stack final table. At the tournament starts at 3 o'clock. The deep stack final table, we'll get to the final table like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever that is. And we run a big 5-5-10 game on Saturday afternoon. So I will make a new one for next week, and we'll pop those out.
Now, when you go back and watch the stream, there's going to be like 15-20 minutes where there's no commentary.
That's when you had to go?
No. So I was eating, and in between I was talking, and I actually turned this off.
Oh, no.
So I was commentating for 15-20 minutes.
On yourself?
By myself.
But
I was like trying to give free stuff away.
Yeah, and nobody's answering.
No one's answering.
That's funny.
Like,
all right.
Blah, 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 blah.
The last thing I want to touch on, our best tournament is Katie's game, Wednesday. $100 buy-in, 20K starting stack, 20-minute levels. We had 326 entries. Huge tournament Wednesday. Monday, we run the same tournament. It was not as widely publicized. Katie's was great because Katie would actually reach out to all of her friends and players and say, hey, I can't wait to see you tonight. Are you going to be here? And that game grew because of her. That's why we named it Katie's game. We run the exact same format Monday.
Yeah, and it's a 2K guarantee or 3K?
I think it's a 3K guarantee, but we started, when I started, I made this Did You Know, and I've been pumping it out to tell people about it who didn't know. And we went from 30 players to 40 players to 60 players in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's going to get bigger and bigger. It's not going to get to 300 like Katie's game. I mean, maybe it does.
Well, so I had said 3 months ago, Katie's game was originally a 3K guarantee.
Yep.
Now 12K guarantee and hits 26K
Yeah, we're
yesterday.
hitting 26.
So if Monday's game continues to trend up, we're just going to increase the guarantee from 3K to 5K to whatever it is.
I'm not trying to lose money on it.
Right.
But we'll definitely, if we keep trending, we'll back it up.
So I guess that's it for us here in the booth again on this weather day, DFW. We're going to call it quits tonight.
All right.
Again, come back tomorrow, 6 to 10 p.m., 5-10-25. Got a nice little lineup. Going to have Dwayne Hicks in the lineup, German Moneymaker, OFC, Danny Marks, Habib, RV Phil, Carlos Cortez,
Oh, that's going to be fun.
His name is Fire. Fire making his live stream debut here at Poker House, and potentially waiting for the ninth player. They were supposed to fly back today, but because of weather, they weren't able to fly. So they're going to fly tomorrow. So
We got stuck in Atlanta for 2 days because of weather.
So definitely gonna have a full lineup tomorrow. I have my alternates already on backup, and they're on notice for tomorrow. So
Excellent.
in the event that this person can't come, one of those alternates gets bumped up, and then from first alternate to filling in the seat, and then second alternate gets to be first alternate. So
Excellent.
that's it for us here in the booth.
All right.
Have a good evening.
We'll see you tomorrow.